Program is paid for by Investor Schooling. All opinions or statements expressed on the program are solely those of Investor Schooling or their guests and do not reflect the opinions of WPHT or Odyssey.
WPHT.
Stand by. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you.
Sort out our issues.
Group Studios. Experience the power of one with 8 brands and 25 locations. Always live on the free Odyssey app. The Larry Steinhouse.
You're live.
He's having so much trouble, isn't he? Omri, he's having so much trouble.
I have no idea what's going on. I mean,
I'm so impressed that he had all this trouble getting us on the air, and we're on the air. Isn't that great?
I came late, and then I started to hear people shouting in Russian.
It was crazy.
In my headphones.
And welcome to the Larry Steinhouse Show.
I know. I'm going to get there in a minute, but I thought it was interesting that, Glenn, everybody out there listening, clap for Glenn right now, because Glenn got us on the air. He had problems, and he literally got us on the air at the right time, so that's pretty good. So let me get into the intro. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another fantastic episode of the Larry Steinhouse Show. I am your host, Larry Steinhouse, and joining me today are my incredible co-hosts, Dr. Deb Anderson, bringing her insight and expertise, and of course, Omri Morad, always ready with a laugh and his unique perspective.
It worked.
Can I finish?
I'm sorry.
Man.
No, but because last week we did the thing that Debbie always comes first.
I'm going to get to that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
There's something very funny that happened that that I want to talk about, but I have to finish the intro first.
Okay.
All right. This week we're diving into the latest in stock options, real estate, and wealth building strategies, and I'll be sharing some of my personal successes and tips that have been generating big wins. We'll break down what's happening in the economy, current events, and politics with all our signature mix of common sense, humor, and straight talk. And for anyone looking to take financial education to the next level, we're broadcasting from the Investor Schooling headquarters, where you can learn anything about real estate investing to stock option strategies. And don't forget to RSVP for our free Thursday night class at investorschooling.com. It's a perfect way to build your financial future. Hey, we want to hear from you, and we want you to give us a call at
855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. If you hear us, please call 855-939-1137.
All right. Of course, what do we got? We got whether you've got questions, insights, or just want to join the conversation, we're ready to take your call. And the number one more time?
855-939-1137.
All right, so buckle up because this week's episode is packed with financial insights, actionable strategies, and plenty of laughs. This is the Larry Steinhouse Show. Let's get started. All right, so I wanted to tell you what you just said about putting Debbie first.
So let's give a background for people that are listening for us for the first time. Last week, there was a complaint. It wasn't an official complaint. She just shouted around the room, around the studio, that she need to be first when you're mentioning your co-hosts. And
you're not even telling the story well.
Wow.
You interrupted me telling it. You're not even telling it well.
Okay, so you tell it.
So every week we have ChatGPT come up with a intro for us,
but
right?
That's
so
not the problem.
This week's ChatGPT. You got to remember that there might be somebody who's listening for the first time, Omri.
I know.
And you have to explain everything to them, right? You have to explain that the intro is created by ChatGPT, right? So the intro that we create with ChatGPT would always put Omri first. As you know, so it would say another fantastic episode of Larry Steinhouse Show. I'm here. I'm your co-host Larry Steinhouse. I'm your host Larry Steinhouse. Joining me today, my co-host, and it would say Omri, and then my co-host Debbie. So Debbie got mad. She goes, "How come I'm always last?" So I told ChatGPT to always put Debbie first. So where I'm going with this story, because it's very funny, I simply just said to ChatGPT, I opened up the original page, and I said, "Can you make a new one for this week? A new intro for this week?"
You put me first again.
And it said, absolutely, here's a fresh intro for the week with Debbie first and all the usual elements.
Okay.
So it actually knows. I think it's very funny that
you interfered with that because you said I was always first, but it's not true.
No, I used to be first.
No.
Somehow it switched, and then now you were always first.
Don't you think it's random?
No, it clearly wasn't random.
No, you always with the male-dominated.
What are you talking about?
It was always random. Sometimes it was me, sometimes it was you.
No.
One time it was me and you were so mad, and now see where we are at.
No, I'm saying is that it was always me for a while, then it was always you for a while, and I don't understand where that switch happened.
It's not related to the penis, you know.
I did not bring sex into this at all.
Okay. Okay.
Welcome to the petty argument show.
Okay.
This week's show, we come up with petty arguments to argue about petty things.
Okay, good. What are the petty things we talk about? Who's first?
What would you like to argue about?
I want to bring up a story.
You want to bring up a story?
Yes.
Well, you do that. Go ahead.
So, as you know,
Is it a petty story?
it's a penny story.
A penny story?
Yeah.
Like 1 cent penny story.
No, it's a bit more than 1
You got
cent.
to talk into the microphone, remember?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to show it to you.
I know.
So, yesterday I showed my house in Norristown to a few people, and as you know, we do the same thing. The first person who put the deposit is the person who gets it.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I heard a story. I met the lady. She was very nice. She showed the house for her husband, boyfriend, I don't know, in the phone, and she go around the house and she decides she wants it. Now I asked her a bit about what she do and how she do and how her credit looks like. Her credit is not the best. That's what she mentioned. She is in the high fives,
Okay.
I think.
All right.
She don't know what her husband is. It's only 3 people, 2 adults and their 14-year-old daughter. And then she went to the bank. Normally when they tell you I go to the bank, you know they won't be back.
Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true. It happens sometimes.
So I was still working in the house. Chino
Right.
was there with me. My worker was there with me. And she called me from the bank about how to do it the fastest way so the money will clear.
Mm-hmm.
Said you can do a wire, you can do it that. And she came back with a month and a half in a cashier check.
Fabulous.
That sounds fabulous, right?
Right.
I still haven't received any proof of income.
Okay.
I tried to communicate with her this morning. Maybe she's at work, I don't know, before I deposit the check. And because she said, I'm going home right now to fill up the application for me and for
Right.
my significant other.
Okay.
I wake up this
When
morning.
is she supposed to move in?
So she wants to move in tomorrow.
Well, she's not moving in tomorrow unless she brings the rest of the money,
Exactly.
which she probably doesn't have,
Exactly.
right? And if
Not-
she doesn't
not
have the
only-
application filled out, she
No-
doesn't have insurance, she can't move in tomorrow.
Exactly. So then the pressure, of course, came, and I said, let's do, because when we collect the deposit, we put people on a agreement that we
Right.
give here to student at the school
Sure.
that call a
And
contract
it's
to hold,
non-refundable,
a contract to hold,
non-refundable agreement, right?
unless we decide to reject them
Right.
for
If you
any
reject them, you
reason.
give the money back. Exactly.
Of course. There's no chance I will
Sure.
reject someone and will hold the money. But from that point on, she basically almost disappeared.
So have you deposited the money?
No, not
Do
yet.
you want her?
I want to see the application first.
Okay.
Because the main thing for me is the proof of income. The main thing for me is the proof
Okay.
of income. I want to see that people can live respectably in my property.
Sure, if they can afford it, exactly.
I have been in situation that I came to fix something in a property and there was no electric because they couldn't afford the electric bill.
Right.
This is something that can be sound judgmental, and
Well, it's not just
maybe I will be sued for that.
It's protecting you and it's protecting your tenant.
I don't want someone to live in my property without electric.
I understand. I agree.
They said we have heat because the gas is on. I said yeah and no. I mean no.
Right.
It shouldn't be that way. So I want to make
And
sure.
besides, the gas works with electric anyway. The gas heater needs electric to ignite it.
It was 4 years ago. I don't remember even
Right.
what
it's
it was.
on a thermostat, an electronic thermostat. It's all. They have to have.
It has an igniter, correct? So some of them, but this is not the case. Some of them has a pilot. If you
Yeah,
remember.
but still, it doesn't matter. No matter what, they still have They still need an electric car, unless they run a battery.
The
It still
thermostat
needs-
are on batteries
Okay,
normally those
alright.
days. But
Okay.
never mind. You know, it's not the essence of it. So the thing was, I don't want people to live in my house in a way that
I
I
agree.
don't approve.
I totally agree. I don't want people to stretch either. I mean, you got people. Sometimes they'll say, "Hey, you know,
Am I
make-
going to be sued because of what I said?
The rent, no. Actually, you're absolutely correct. The rent is $1,500, and they make $2,000 a month, and they want to know why you rejected them
Exactly.
because you can't afford the rent.
So first
I'm
of
like,
all,
no, I make $2,000. I said, are you going to eat? Are you going to pay your car insurance? Are you going to pay your cable bill or your phone bill? You know, you can't afford it.
while she left the house to go to the bank, another guy came
Right.
with he filed an application already with an iffy background. Let's say
Okay.
that. Some iffy background if we talk about the application. Of course, we're not mentioning anybody's name or location or anything like that.
Of course not. You're
And-
supposed to.
He came, and I think one of the first thing was it was important for him to show me is that he has an envelope full of money in his pocket.
Okay.
So he came ready.
Okay, that's great. So did he give you the envelope full of money?
He wasn't sure about the house.
Oh, okay, then that's fine. He's probably not coming back.
I know, but it was iffy from a point that a person was certain that he's going to get the house. He came, he met me. He complimented me as a human being. He wanted me to be his landlord, but he didn't like the house so much. On the other hand, a tenant I couldn't believe something could work with, and I'm happy something is working with here, did put a deposit, and now she's not completing the rest of the steps. So it was a weird day for me yesterday. I think I showed both houses for two houses for many people. I dealt with Section 8 tenants, Section 8 problems, you can say, and I'm still trying to understand if I have or don't have a tenant for this specific property.
I don't know yet.
Me too. I don't.
I would deposit the check though.
And if you don't get an application, you will
Well-
keep the money.
No. If you don't get an application, I'm not giving them the money back.
You don't.
No, if I get an application and I reject them, then I'm going to give them the money back.
So I understand what you say. It's their responsibility to fill up an
Yeah, I mean,
application.
they knew the deposit was non-refundable, and if they didn't come to the table with the money and they didn't come to the table with the application, I'm taking the money. I am. I'm just because I want them to understand. And it's not even about the money for me. I realize this is kind of weird too, but I want them to understand that they made an obligation to me, and now they're walking away from it.
I
And that's what happens
rejected.
if you don't.
I rejected 2 people this morning.
Rejecting people is fine, but
No, because of that.
because of what?
Because of the deposit.
Oh, yeah. Then
Other
absolutely
people,
take-
other people
absolutely,
called
yeah,
me and I said,
absolutely.
"Listen, I have a deposit.
Right, so
the house is
absolutely,
rented."
You put that. I actually, you know what? When they give me the deposit,
Yeah,
I take out my phone right in front of them and I deposit it right in front of me.
I know you do
And I
that.
do that on purpose because I want them to tell me that I want.
No,
they're
wait.
Gonna know. I'm going to know if that check's bad in 2 seconds.
It was a cashier check.
That's okay. You still deposit. it
I
because
know.
it could be fake, or it could be something else, and I want to take a picture of it immediately, and I want to deposit it. Now, if usually what happens is the software is so good when you deposit a check, they'll tell you there might be a problem with the check.
What do you mean by that? You mean it's a fake check?
So, well, it could be, but in this case, it's probably not.
Have
but,
you ever received a fake check?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a check that there was absolutely no money in the account and you knew it immediately.
Like it's the Leonardo DiCaprio movie that he kept printing checks. What was it?
I don't know if it was.
You
like
remember
that,
the
but,
movie?
But, whatever. The check might not
Yeah.
have been from their account. They might have been for.
Wow.
So I deposited the check right in front of them because I want them to stop me.
Okay, so if I'm asking for your advice in this case, you say deposit the check,
Absolutely.
and if they don't fill up an application,
They don't get their money back. They're not. By the way, let me tell you something.
yeah,
If you deposit a check and they don't fill out an application, they're not calling you anyway. They're not going to ask you for the money back.
it's weird.
They're gonna call. If they call you and say, hey, I decided I don't want the place. I'm sorry, it was a non-refundable deposit, right?
They signed that.
They could still stop that cashier's check if you haven't deposited yet.
How? It's a
There's a
cashier
way
check.
to do it. It's happened to me. It's happened to me. That's
Without
why when
bringing the
you
check
get a
back?
cashier's check, when you get a cashier's check, you deposit it immediately.
Okay, I'm doing it now.
Okay, do it now. All right. Whoever saw him yesterday, he's depositing your check now. So what's happening with you, Dr. Deb?
So I had to order a new washer and dryer for one of my tenants today because I couldn't get anybody to come out and service the washer.
Okay.
So I just ordered a new one today for them.
Deposit it.
So what do
You want me to deposit it?
No, I want you to look at it.
You want me to look at the check?
I want you to. You seem like the authority
Hold
for
on.
me, and then Debbie can continue the story.
No, so
it's
they,
certainly a real check. Yeah, I would deposit it. Absolutely. Deposit it right now. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Deb.
no. So they had a problem. It's a stackable washer and dryer in one of the apartments.
Oh,
that
it's
I
like
have.
one of those double ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're better off replacing that anyway.
Yeah, I
they go
figure-
bad. They're expensive to fix.
Okay. Well, I figure because I had a different one. It was a regular washer fixed, and it was and I talked to the guy, and he's like this thing will last forever if you fix this thing, and I'm like, all right, then fix it. And it was a couple $100 to fix, but I've also had it for a long time.
Right.
So
Where was that?
so that one was in DuPont. So this one
Okay.
I'm talking about is in Monroe. It's in the apartment, in one of the ones in the front, and I guess the washer doesn't drain at all. So I tried getting somebody out there, and I'm like, and I've been trying for the last couple days. I'm like, forget it, I'll just replace it for you. And I just ordered it this morning, and I told her it should
They're
be
like
here after-
$1,000.
Yeah, it was like
$1,200, right?
it was around 1,100, but
yeah.
you know, with installation and delivery, whatever, it's going to be like $1,300.
Yeah,
you
so
know?
I do the same thing. I just replace them
Yeah.
because you have to. But you know what I do? One of the things I do is like whenever somebody moves in, there's a washer and dryer there. Sometimes it's mine. Sometimes it's a prior tenant's. I don't know. So I put in the lease. I said, I guarantee that it works for 30 days.
So I do that, but I just started doing that after
Oh, okay.
I knew. So the
Okay.
guys in the back, I like for the units in the back, I have that in their language, but
Yeah.
I didn't for the guys in the front.
Right. Because
So-
I'm going to tell you, I've had most problems from washer and dryers, believe it or not, of
Yeah.
people breaking them. They'll wash their rugs. They'll wash their heavy jacket or their blanket, and it breaks it.
Sneakers.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what happened. Oh, sneakers. Yeah, right.
Sneakers.
Yeah.
You can do that, but you need to know how to do that.
Right.
And when you put all the sneakers together, when the machine starts, like bing, 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 bing.
Right.
I know.
Yeah. So I stopped repairing them. You know, like, but you know, I tell them it works. And, you know, and the funny part is, like, sometimes they don't work, and I'm like, oh, then I got to go fix it. I actually had to replace one once because it didn't work, but that's all right. You know, it happens. So I make sure that it's not a problem for me. Hey, Omri, why don't you give people the phone number, see if they have any tenant problems that they want to talk about.
Sure, that's 855-939-1137. Yes, I still have a cold. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137.
So I'm wondering if your cold has anything to do with my symptoms this morning.
Everybody told me that first of all, everybody make fun of me and said I should go to the doctor because I had fever yesterday. And
You had fever yesterday?
Yeah.
Still?
I didn't have fever at all.
Oh.
And yesterday, and I think, you know how sometimes it's like fever come from you know how sometimes you puke and you get fever from the reflex, from the fact that you put so much
okay.
force onto
I
that.
got you. Yeah, sure.
So I think my fever was because of the reflex when I'm coughing.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm
So
coughing.
you take your fever like another half hour later just to see? You take a temperature, I mean?
I took another another one of those cold medicine.
Okay, so stepping in here for a second, what are your symptoms that you're experiencing?
You have Dr. Deb here. You could have asked her yesterday.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just saying that like what you're saying doesn't make sense to me. That like as from all the stuff that I've written and I've read.
I am in 3 weeks now. I'm with the nose
Yeah.
and with the coughing,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Okay, and you haven't gone to a doctor?
No,
Okay, so you.
But he
might-
did take a COVID test and he was positive.
What I'm saying
no,
is.
I'm kidding.
Oh, you were
think so?
kidding?
Of
I
course.
thought you actually took the
I
COVID
wanted
test.
to see your reaction.
Oh, yeah. I was
I
thinking,
didn't-
why
I
would
didn't-
anybody take a COVID
I
test?
didn't believe you when you said that.
Of
and
course
I
not.
believed
I
him.
know why he
believed
believed
him.
me.
Sorry.
No, I think that you should probably go just to see what's going on because there might be something underlying or a small infection somewhere in your lung that could be causing this ongoing problem. So I would just go and take a look at this and see what's going on.
I will. I don't know. Maybe that's what I do. Well, that's the first thing I will do when we're coming back from Florida.
So here's what I woke up with this morning. I woke up with my left eye consistently draining and itching.
Oh.
And it just doesn't stop and it hurts.
Please,
when I rub
God,
it and I hear
that
it,
you
it hurts.
don't need-
Does it feel scratchy at all, like you have sand stuck in there?
No,
No.
it's
Does
not.
it feel scratchy or sandy?
No, not yet.
You don't understand. He's going on a plane tomorrow.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but they have like patient
Elevate-
first or urgent care centers if you really need to.
No, it's not the point. My father experienced the same thing when he had the cataract and all those with the eyes. The elevation of the plane, the pressure affect
Right.
the eye.
yeah.
I kid you not.
I know, I believe you.
Yeah, the pressure affect the eye more than the ears. The eye get affected.
Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow.
So
We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, we cover health, we cover rentals.
I know,
cover
we just talk about anything we want.
everything exactly.
Right, but
What's your symptoms with your eyes, Larry?
it's-
What's your symptoms?
they're itch and runny and burning.
Okay.
It's
I
not
don't know.
red though. So it's good. It's not
Right.
red
Just
at
one
all.
eye though, and not both.
Just the left eye, yeah.
I was asking because I've had all kinds
Debbie's
of issues
got a
with
smile on her
my
face.
eye.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
shaking her head. What's
No,
going on?
Just
She's
saying.
about to say.
Pink eye? Have I got pink eye?
Yeah, that's what it
Oh,
sounds
boy.
like to me.
Yeah,
Like
it sounds like it's going to be pink eye to me too.
Sounds
Yeah.
like it's pink eye, but
Yeah.
and it's really contagious, by the way, pink eye.
Good. I'm going to sneeze on you.
Okay, good.
Well, no, you'll be away for the next couple days. I won't even see you.
We are.
I'll be sitting next to Omri tomorrow on the plane.
No, I already. The minute you said about the eye, I already texted Jay if we can switch spots.
I'll go
I'm
sit
going
in
to
first
quarantine
class.
that whole. I'm going to quarantine that whole building over there. Trap you guys in there.
Well,
You have no idea.
between Larry and Omri.
Exactly. You have no idea what's going on at 108
I'm
Corporate
sorry,
Drive.
Dr. Deb. You're getting locked in.
I know, like
Sorry.
for the two between the three of them, I'm the one who's going to end up getting sick because Omri has a cold that he won't take care of, and Larry's got pink eye, and it's gonna spread to everybody else.
How
So-
do you take care of a cold?
How do you
Yeah,
take
how do you
care
take
of
care of a cold?
ginger, lemon,
Yeah, okay,
know.
what else?
turmeric,
Turmeric,
Turmeric's really good.
Ah,
You know what else is
really?
really good?
honey?
Oregano.
oregano.
Oregano oil.
Honey will help.
What do you do with oregano?
You eat it. You like swallow it capsules. I have some.
Okay,
Really good. It really works too.
so it's like a
And you know
gum?
what you don't take?
What?
Cold medicine.
Okay.
Cold medicine is. I actually experienced this. For years, I would get a cold. I would take cold medicine, and I'd be miserable for 2 weeks. Right.
Yeah.
So last time I got a cold, I didn't take any cold medicine at all.
What did
I
you
only
take?
took turmeric and oregano and vitamin C.
What do you mean turmeric? Grinded turmeric?
Turmeric, yeah, turmeric you get in capsules. I have some in my office.
Also in capsules.
Yeah, right. So I took all of this. That's all I took, and I had a cold. I had the symptoms of a cold, but I was not nearly as miserable as I was when I took the cold medicine. And I discovered it was the cold medicine making me miserable.
All right, so here's what I used to make up these little shots of I use it in the base of it was either pineapple juice or sometimes I would use pear juice, because it's sweet, and then I'd put in some ground up ginger, and I'd put up a ground up garlic, and I'd put in a little red black pepper, ginger, turmeric, honey, and mix it all together, and you drink it, and like I don't have any issues. So
You know what's really great about this show right now?
Yeah, exactly. I want to
Ginger.
say.
I'm gonna
Ginger,
tell you,
honey, garlic.
Passport Mommy wasn't on before.
No.
So we're becoming Passport Mommy.
No,
really.
no. Welcome to the Larry Steinhouse show. We are not a cooking show.
Seriously?
We are not a health show. We are a financial show. But if you don't feel well, give us a call at 855
If you don't feel well, give us a
939.
call.
If you have an ongoing cough, so drink water with honey in it to help with your throat. The
I
honey
do-
will make your
I
throat feel
do
better.
the tea with lemon and honey for 3 weeks now.
Okay.
Do you do
And I'm doing-
straight up honey?
What?
Do you take a straight up honey?
No.
Is it raw
Take
honey?
Straight up honey.
Is it
Straight
raw
up.
honey or is it like
Or is it
processed
honey
honey?
from Giant?
Oh my God! It's honey for giant.
Yeah, that's the same
That's the
thing.
problem. You
That's
need to
fake.
get raw honey.
That's fake honey.
You need raw honey.
Yeah.
Raw honey.
Yeah.
Raw honey.
You gotta
Raw.
get it from bees.
No, I know.
Like non-processed stuff. You need raw honey.
Not the honey that you buy in Giant
What-
that has
what do you
20%
do?
honey in it and the rest of it is sugar.
So where it became ridiculous.
Go
okay?
to Steyer's. Go to Steyer's.
I will go to Star. Stop shouting at me. I'm trying to figure out, like, really, if you want, everybody make comment about food recently. It's all about the new Minister of Health that said that everything with artificial ingredient will have a warning like on cigarette boxes and all those things. And I really don't know where to buy food anymore. People tell me I'm buying I'm very annoyed right now. I'm going and I'm buying ground
Stop
beef.
shouting.
I'm going and I'm buying ground beef in Giant, and everybody tell me I have bleach in my ground beef.
Okay.
Where would I go and buy my ground beef? If you know where I should go and buy my ground beef, please give me a call at 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137.
Linda will give you the whole list of all the places you should shop for.
Whole Food?
So the crazy thing is, Linda will go buy steaks at one place, she'll buy seafood in another place, and chicken in another place.
And it's not supermarkets.
And it's not supermarkets.
Okay.
Right. It's like, I go to Capitol Grill and I pay $50 for a steak made for me. When Linda buys it, it's $75 and she makes it for me.
Okay.
I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, it's very expensive, the food she buys.
Okay. I want to know how you know.
How do I know what?
How do I know? I mean, it became ridiculous. I don't want to be one of those crazy persons.
Talk to Krista.
To who?
Oh my
One
goodness.
of our students, Krista.
Okay.
One of our students, Krista, is actually like she will tell you every. I mean, she's more like just talk to her. You'll see.
Okay.
I don't even know how to explain it.
I will
She's
get mad.
Yeah, what?
I'm going to get mad.
You're not gonna get mad. You might
just
you
lives
might
a
just
different
never
life.
eat again.
She just lives a different
You
life.
just may
yeah.
not never eat again. I mean, to me, I just don't care anymore. You know, I mean, to a point. You know, I've given up cookies. I've given up bread. I've lost about 5 pounds since I did that.
Okay.
And that's a good thing. I gave up pasta this week
Okay.
because I know that's bad for me too.
You can have pasta. You just don't. You can get like
I can
a.
have bread and same thing, but I'm not.
No, I'm
the
saying you
whole
can have
point
like
is-
a. You can have like a lentil pasta or something.
No, but right, I got you. But the whole point is, you know, I gotta. There's certain things I gotta stop eating, or I'm gonna keep gaining weight, and I gotta stop gaining weight. Because you know,
Okay.
I'm tired of my stomach walking into the room before me.
Okay. So I have a rule for you. Okay? And the rule is every time you want to go to Wawa, you don't go in your car.
And walk, yeah.
You will
I
walk
know.
to
Except
Wawa.
The only thing is, like the times when I go to Wawa, it's because like I realize I have 10 minutes before I gotta go, before I have somebody coming in, and I gotta grab something to eat. So I drive to Wawa, come back.
Awesome. So take my car and not yours and put it in a charger for 5 minutes. Why is he laughing?
I'm just laughing at you.
Why?
So I have to bring something up. This is so hysterical. Since we're like not talking finances anyway,
Sure.
I have to bring up a political thing that is so funny. First, I want you to listen to this, and then we're gonna break it apart. Okay, we're gonna break it down. Okay,
Sure.
this is the incredible, brilliant, absolutely amazing mayor of Philadelphia. Listen to this.
Oh my God.
Listen to this.
I don't think I heard this. I don't think I
Listen
heard
to
this. What is
Listen
this?
to Now, just so you know, just so you understand, she got a 9% raise,
Okay.
and people commented, but this is her response. Her response, you have to listen to this.
The men and women behind me, along with I, Sherelle Parker, as your mayor, who will never complain about the hard work that it takes to run this city, because I asked you to give me the opportunity to lead, and I've been doing the best I can with what I have. So when you talk about my salary and you give out misinformation on social media, I can't counter it. But I can tell you that the leadership of District Council 33, they earn $280,000 plus. Quite frankly, to the tax-paying residents of the city of Philadelphia, I do have the right to share the truth with you. I started with the same exact salary that Philadelphia Mayor Jim Kenney had. That was $261,497. So to say when I came in, I gave myself a 9% pay raise, it's just not factual, Philadelphia. I've been your mayor for 18 months. I've had to deal with a plane crash, an explosion, deadly fires, mass shootings, a school district that we're fighting for funding for, mass transit that we're trying to get funding from Harrisburg for, $1 billion in revenue lost to the city of Philadelphia because we have vacant commercial buildings in town that are no longer being occupied, that we need to get converted to residential. I've been working for you, the city of Philadelphia, and I'm not perfect. You hear me? But for anyone saying to you that your mayor is not providing a fair offer on the table for members of District Council 33, it's just not right. If we're going to tell the truth, tell the truth.
Now,
Can I? Please,
when
please.
I listen to this,
Please.
well, go ahead, say it. Go ahead.
I hear you, and I'm very sorry for that. And I just want to let you know that on the 15th, I'm still filing.
You what?
I'm still filing for eviction.
No,
What are
this
you
is
talking about?
This is the woman who. You're thinking she sounds like a tenant, right? She sounds like a tenant complaining.
What
right?
was going on?
Right.
Why is she shouting?
The things she said during that, she basically, I mean, to me it sounds like, hi, I'm a failed mayor, I continue to fail, and I want to get my raise. It was unbelievable listening to this. I got to break it down. Listen to this, right? How do I restart this? I got to break this down because this is unbelievable, the things she said.
The men and women behind me, along with I, Sherelle Parker, as your mayor, who will never complain about the hard work.
Never complain. She's complaining right now. She's complaining right now. It's unbelievable.
That it takes to run this city, because I asked you to give me the opportunity to lead, and I've been doing the best I can with what I have.
Now, just remember, she's been doing the best she can with what she has, right? Then, later on, remember what she says.
So when you talk about my salary and you give out misinformation on social media, I can't counter it.
What misinformation? They said that she got a 9% raise. It's correct. And why is it misinformation?
I can tell you that the leadership of District Council 33, they earn $280,000 plus. Quite frankly, to the tax-paying residents.
So what are you, jealous that they earn more money than you by $7,000?
Of the city of Philadelphia, I do have the right to share the truth with you. I started with the same exact salary that Philadelphia Mayor Jim Kenney had. That was $261,000.
What do you mean by the right? She's obligated.
She makes $500,000 a year, right?
Okay.
Now, look, I don't care how much she makes.
Me too.
In fact, if she made $500,000 or even $1 million a year, I don't care.
Yeah.
What I do care is the job she's doing. And then she goes on and she talks about Philadelphia, which is her fault.
$497. So to say when I came in, I gave myself a 9% pay raise, it's just not factual, Philadelphia.
No, it's factual. It's the problem is you don't like people complaining that you got the 9% raise.
I've been your mayor for 18 months. I've had to deal with a plane crash, an explosion.
So far, that's the only thing that I wouldn't blame her for.
The plane crash.
The plane crash.
Okay.
Deadly fires, mass shootings.
Mass shootings. Hello, you have a district attorney, Larry Krasner, who is the number one reason why crime is so high there, and you praise him.
I'm not sure.
A school district that we're fighting for funding for. Mass transit that we're trying to get funding from Harrisburg for.
Stop wasting the money.
$1 billion in revenue lost to the city of
$1 billion in revenue lost.
Philadelphia because we have vacant commercial buildings in town.
Buildings. Ha! I wonder why they have vacant commercial buildings. Anybody want to guess?
Why?
Because they don't treat landlords very well.
It's not even
so
landlord.
all the people are leaving. They're saying we don't want to be here anymore. Unreal.
That are no longer being occupied, that we need to get converted to residential.
So you want to convert them to residential? I'll tell you what, Mayor, give me a call. I have hundreds of people who would love to convert those buildings into residential if you'll be fair about helping us convert them, and you'll be fair when we have the tenants go in there, and when the tenants go in there, if they don't pay, you allow us to evict them. If not, we're going to go somewhere else like Delaware.
I've been working for you, the city of Philadelphia, and I'm not perfect. You hear me?
No, you're not even not perfect. You're almost perfect. You're almost a perfect loser.
Me? But for anyone saying to you that your mayor is not providing a fair offer on the table for members of District Council 33, it's just not right. If we're going to tell the truth, tell the truth.
Strike, but
what is it? So, what is it?
So they're obviously striking. They're obviously going to strike if they don't get a raise. But I don't care. What she's saying about herself is what's making me crazy.
There is a very big conflict between her talking about the successes while using it as an excuse to why she's not done.
Correct.
Why the people think she don't deserve the raise. You understand? There's a conflict here.
Of course.
Because let's talk about it. The biggest problem with Philadelphia that made investors in the last year or so run away, many of them, is the taxes.
Well, the taxes are a small part. The way they treat landlords. Debbie, what happened when you tried to evict somebody in Philadelphia?
No. Let's start over. What happened when a tenant don't pay in Philadelphia?
What happens?
Yeah.
They go, nah. Mayor Sherrill said I don't have to pay anymore.
No, stop.
That's pretty much what they do.
When a tenant don't pay in Philadelphia right now, what do you need to do?
You have to go file, and then they tell you have to go on the program
the diversion program.
The eviction diversion program.
Okay,
you are required to go on to the eviction diversion program before they will do anything else. And the eviction diversion program takes a couple months for that to get squared away while you are not getting paid.
Do you see, while they're doing that, do you see any judge?
No.
No. So where do you file when you have a problem, let's
place,
face.
different window. Same place, different window. You go to the same place. There's window 1, window 2, window 3. People at window 1 and window 2 are not allowed to help the people at window 3. All the people go to window 3. And window 3 is when you want to go file somewhere, want to file for eviction, and they tell you, no, you have to go through the eviction diversion program. And then you go back after you file for the eviction diversion program, and then after you figure out that the program doesn't work so that you can put in all your information to get paid, and then you have to get on the phone and wait 4 hours for somebody to help you when they realize that there's a problem on their end.
No,
I'm telling you, this is what I went through. I'm telling you, this is what I went through. And then once they go on the eviction diversion program and you get paid back, and then they still don't pay again, then you're going to go back to window 3, and then they will file for you. Then you sit there for half an hour while they're doing whatever it is that they're doing. Then they take you back to give you file all the paperwork, and then you have to wait another, usually 3 to 6 weeks to get an appointment. And then after that, then you can go to window 2 to say, then you have to wait another 30 days for them to do whatever they have to process, and then you go back to window 2 so that you can file to get the property back.
This is contagious, and this will grow. And what Debbie just described, you and me will experience, I believe, in the next few years.
No.
And I'm asking myself,
No, we won't.
I'm asking a
Because
question.
I won't play games like Philadelphia.
I am asking a
won't buy
question.
stuff in Philadelphia.
Where are the feds? Where is the federal government that when I have a civil problem between me and another person regarding it's a landlord, a tenant, a person who steals from me?
It's a civil problem.
Why
It's not a federal problem.
Exactly. But why a civil problem that needs to be handled in a civil district court, the city of Philadelphia basically take and said, we will handle that. I don't want that the city will handle that. That's why courts are.
So what's happening is Philadelphia is taking your lease, which is a legal contract, and they're interpreting it in their own way, and they're saying, I don't really care that you have a lease. These are the rules.
Larry,
And the rules aren't very favorable for landlords in Philadelphia.
That's not the point. I want to be in front of a judge. This is why courts are. Courts are to be something between two people that have disagreement. When I go and I file in court, why I've been rejected?
Because landlord-tenant court now has something that says the diversion program, the eviction diversion program. You must go to that first.
Okay.
And
That's
you
a
must
requirement in
mediate it.
Philly. Like Omri, it's a requirement in Philly.
I get the requirement. I don't understand how can it be legal.
Not only that, how can it be legal post the time they set, like past before the time they actually created it? So this happened. This was recent. This was about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago.
No, more.
And Debbie had leases in place from before they created it.
Yeah,
And now she has to live by it.
So the other thing that really frustrated me, I went to Philly this week to try to get that. So I bought that one property,
Yeah, right.
and I was trying to get it squared away because I need all the paperwork in place for when I have the renter in there. Because if there's a problem with the renter, all that paperwork has to be dated before they move in, right? So the other thing that really, really frustrated me is that you go to one side, and the paperwork says that they just need a copy of the HUD sheet to prove that I bought it. And then the other side says, no, we need a copy of the deed. Well, the deed's going to take another 4 weeks before the deed is even ready and recorded. So I can get this part done, but I can't get this part done until this part's done, and this part won't take the HUD sheet. They require the deed. So it's just not only do
And they
you
don't
waste,
even know what they're looking for. That's the brother thing.
but you know what? Oh, you know what really upset me? I put this up on Facebook. She's like, I'll get to you, but I have to take my required 15-minute break first. And I just looked at her like, seriously?
Right. You're standing right in front of her.
I'm
She's in the middle of a sentence.
I got to take
Let
my
me
break.
explain how. Oh, I have to take my 15-minute break. I'll be back in 15 minutes. Wait here.
And then I'll get you.
And then I'll get you.
And the
It's
other thing she said to me
Maybe
that
things
really
like that is the reason people are so mad for
and then the other thing that
9%
really
interest.
upset me. So you guys know, like when you have class, I usually stand. I just tend to stand.
Sure.
I tend to stand a lot, So I'm not real big on sitting. So she's like, "Go have a seat," and I go and I stand over by the table over there.
You made,
And she's like,
of
"You can
course.
have a seat." I said, "I'm right here." She's like, "You can have a seat," and I'm like, "I'll stand right here. Thank you very much." It's just like you're telling me that I need to sit my ass down on a chair because then you won't listen to me. You won't do anything for me unless I sit physically down. I'm like, what the hell is that? I can't stand in the freaking corner. Really? I have to listen to you like a 5-year-old? That went up my ass.
Yeah, it's the police officer that stopped you on the side and said, "Stand down." I said, "I didn't say anything." "No, sir, stand down." I said, "Okay." "Stand down." I didn't say anything. It's like
Oh,
to
that's just,
show
yeah,
the
that's just-
authority.
Sure.
Right? To
And-
show the authority. I'm
I was just so angry because I walked back. I think I called you. I was so angry, and I'm
Yeah, I
like,
remember.
I'm getting told by a lady who gets paid $10 an hour what to do. Really? This is
doesn't
how it's
matter.
going to work?
Yeah, but Sherelle Parker got a raise, so it's okay. So, Sherelle Parker, if you're listening, I'm sure you're not because you're probably taking remedial spelling classes because you don't even know how to spell eagles.
No. She's
Yes.
taking a nap.
I don't think she's taking a nap.
You don't think she's taking a nap?
No, it's she might be waking up from last night going out or something, but no,
Okay.
she don't. But yeah, so I know you're probably taking your remedial spelling class because you can't even spell eagles. But if you are listening, listen. This is why your city's falling apart because you're telling the landlords to stay far away from you. You're saying basically, don't come and invest in my town. Don't take my city and fix it. Don't do it. We don't want you here. Go take your money and put it somewhere else. That's what she's saying. If they become a little more friendly, just a little more friendly with landlords, they would have nicer houses, they would have better landlords, and they would have less problems.
The
But that's it.
hate,
What are you gonna do?
the hate for landlord must stop. Because what's going on in the city of Philadelphia and why she has so many empty houses? They blame the landlord for everything. The landlord are greedy with their prices.
Right.
The landlord are slumlord. They don't take good care of the houses.
Right.
With the taxes that right now we have in Philadelphia, with the prices we pay right now for repairs, for roofs, for heaters, for everything right now, how can we keep the rents low? And of course, you look at homeowners that can take care of their own homes. Consider all that, and you understand exactly why there are so many vacant homes in Philadelphia.
I don't know. I'm
Hey,
so
give the phone number in case anybody wants to call in.
And join us to this very interesting conversation. 855-939-1137. You don't have to be the mayor of Philadelphia to dial 855.
Well, if you are, we'd love to talk to you.
Yes, exactly. 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. Of course, if you're a landlord in Philadelphia, if you're a tenant in Philadelphia,
I feel sorry for the landlord.
If
and
you-
lucky you if you're a tenant.
we want to hear from you. 855-939-1137.
And I'm still struggling to. I have one of my places open for rent, and I have another one that's coming open at the end of the month. Like I'm struggling trying to get renters. So I don't know. Are
Me
you guys?
too.
We're all having trouble getting tenants.
I know, but it's
It's kind of a weird time.
I know, but it's
the transition's coming.
Larry, it's the
The
middle
housing-
of the middle of the summer.
Okay, I understand that too.
I'm just.
That's not a good thing. That's a bad thing.
It used to be the best time.
No, the best time is April and June. May, April, June.
Not for people with kids. Everybody wants to move in during the summer when the kids
They
are
don't
off
want to move in
school.
during the summer. They want to move in before the summer.
Okay.
I don't know, but my
what-
concern is that I still have a mortgage to pay. You know what I mean? And
I
I need
got
to
you.
pay my mortgage. So I have some reservations because I really need to get some of these places rented.
Mm-hmm.
So
You'll get it rented. It just takes a little bit longer. And right now, August is a slow month for real estate. Period. Always. It always has been.
I'm experiencing the same thing in
Norristown,
Norristown, for
right.
example, right now.
Right.
You experience that in Ruskin.
Yeah.
You experience that
Yeah.
in Monroe. It's
Yeah, I just put one of my houses up for sale. I only got one showing, which surprised me. But it's only been a week, so I'm not that worried about it.
Mhm.
All right. All right.
I don't know if we should go to
wow.
break or not because it's already.
No,
15
we're
minutes
not
ago.
going in the break. I think we also have a
I know we haven't
caller.
taken a break yet, so why don't we do that? Why don't we, Glenn, if you're there, if you could quickly throw a commercial on or two, and we'll come back in. Hey, this is Larry Steinhouse.
You're clear.
How many times are you going to listen to my voice before you finally go to investorschooling.com? I can't believe you haven't signed up for a class yet.
I just sent you a link.
You're going to learn stock options trading. You're going to learn
Omri was saying something about meat.
Oh, Riker's
I guess.
Meats. Schooling.com right now. Oh, my goodness.
Caller was saying if you get there at a certain time of the day, you can smell the fresh meat or
There's
being prepared.
What is fresh meat? This is Larry Steiner.
in Ben Salem.
Schooling.
There's a
Listen,
butcher.
I know
Fresh
sometimes
butcher.
you worry
If
about
you're interested, there's a fresh
but you
butcher.
don't want to
I
invest
used
in
get
real
my
estate
turkeys from there.
because you don't want to deal with
Fresh
toilets,
butcher.
trash, or tenants. I'm going to teach you a way that you don't have to deal with toilets, trash, or tenants. You can own any real estate and invest in real estate at the same time. You want to learn
Booster?
this, so go to investorschooling.com.
You brought the booster?
That's investorschooling.com and take a complimentary class this Thursday. And I promise you, no toilets, no trash, no tenants. Hey, this is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. I've been talking about myself for all these years. Now it's time for you to hear from one of our great clients.
Investor Schooling lives up to the promises. Larry's a great teacher, teaches about the whole new approach to thinking about money. I've taken to heart many of the things that he's taught me, and my financial life has improved.
Come to Investor Schooling, and you could be...
Omri, I'm going to just ask you to watch your microphone distance.
Sure, thank you.
Hey, this is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Did you know that we have a radio show right here on WPHT every Saturday at 1 o'clock? It's called The Larry Steinhouse Show. And you want to listen to this show because it's a live show and you can call in. In fact, here's the call-in number.
855-939-1137.
And when you call in, you can ask us questions about real estate, the stock market, even politics. Make sure you tune in Saturday, 1 o'clock. This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling.
855-9...
Whoops.
855-939-1137.
Ooh.
This is
Whoops.
Schooling. Did you know that there are so many different ways?
Yeah, it was a mistake.
And annuities are not the answer.
I keep those handy in case...
Yeah, I got you. Investor Schooling. Come to Investor Schooling, and you will learn so many different ways that you can make more money in retirement than you actually expected to. Go to Investor...
All right, are we ready to come back?
Sure. That's investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com. We'll see you there.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling.
Wow, it sounds like it's fading out, doesn't it?
It does. Something's up.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show. I'm here with my co-host. Well, I have to say Dr. Deb first.
Yes, you have to.
I'm here with my co-host, Dr. Deb Anderson and Omri Morad.
You don't have to say me first. You just have to put me first in the intro.
Oh,
No,
okay.
we can also say...
Doesn't really matter at this
I'm
point.
here.
Because, I say something and then you guys get upset. No matter what I say, I'm screwed. So it doesn't matter. Put me next. You know what? Tell Susan so she can alternate between me and Omri now.
Okay, I will let her know.
Well, yeah, you can
All right,
alternate.
but I also want to say hello to Kimmy because Kimmy's been on here all day and she said she's lonely because we haven't said hi to her yet.
Oh,
So hi, Kimmy.
Hi,
I have
Kimmy.
a bunch of other people listening as well. Thank you so much for listening on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter or whatever it is, or YouTube. I thank you guys. And come out, say something, talk to me. Let us know. Let us know you're here. We didn't mention that earlier.
855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. And somebody's calling right now.
How do you know?
You don't hear that?
Don't you hear that?
Your phone is going off.
Oh, my phone's going off.
My God.
My goodness. Larry's so deaf he can't hear his phone going off. That's crazy.
That's pretty funny. That must have been another spam call.
Oh.
We could have had fun with that too. I just didn't hear it because I had the headphones on, so I didn't hear my phone ringing.
I'm trying to avoid that. I mean, I can't deal with it anymore. On an
I know it's
everyday
terrible,
basis.
isn't it? That's why you guys know. That's why I get so upset about it. All right. So real quick, by the way, if anybody wants a copy of my book, I give you a digital copy of my book. You can send a text message to the phone number 26786. 26786. That's the number 26786. Send the word hacks, HACKS, and I'll give you a free copy of my book. By the way, we got a Money Hacks event coming up, don't we, Deb?
We do. I think it's November 1st we have
November
it.
1st, yeah.
Yep.
So if you guys want to get the early bird special, you go to 4mmw.com.
The number
That's the
4.
number 4, right? Yep. mmw.com, 4mmw.com, and you can pick up a ticket for 50% off by using the coupon code FIDDY, F-I-D-D-Y. So if you want to go to that, that's a great event. We have some really great speakers coming in. I have a really intense motivational speaker who his story is incredible.
Okay.
And this is the first opportunity anybody's ever given him to speak in front of an audience before.
Uh-oh.
So I am really looking forward to this because just listening to him speak, I think it'll be fantastic for everybody.
All right.
Extremely motivational. So great guy. I've known him for a while, and he's a great guy. He actually came, if you remember, to the last Money Hacks event as a guest. He was sitting in the back left corner. Now you know what I'm talking about?
No, not off the top of my head.
Well, that's right. I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to give away the, what's it called? What do you say? The spoiler alert. I don't want to be a spoiler alert because the guy's like, when you see the guy, you'll understand how great this story is and how great he is and why no one should ever be held back from anything. Okay. What else we got, Mr. Omri?
What else we got, Mr. Larry?
I don't know, man. We got like 10 minutes of the show. We got to come up with something.
We have a trip.
And no one called.
Nobody called yet.
I know. Isn't it terrible?
And I said the number so many times.
You have it going to the right place? Did you forward it to the right place?
Yeah.
All right, well, sometimes you forget.
So you do have few minutes to call us. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. You can
people
call.
Must be getting bored with our show or something.
You can call and moan about why everybody is so mad about your 9% raise. You can call and moan about your landlord if you are a tenant, or call and whine about your tenant if you are a landlord. We are here for you. 855-939-1137.
I have a possible deal going on. A possible thing going on. So you guys know that I'm learning how to do some land flipping.
Yeah.
So there's this property that I'm waiting for the guy to sign the contract on. So when I spoke to him, like, I think his uncle just died or somebody just died. He's like, just, give me a little bit of time. I got to get my lawyer to look at it. I'm like, that's fine. I said, but it's a short contract. He's like, and I followed up with him the other day, and he's like, yeah, I'm still interested, and, I should be able to get you something by Monday, so hopefully he'll give me something by Monday. But anyway, we got reviews back from the realtor, so the realtor said that we could easily get $170 for it.
Wow.
Which would be nice, because I'm buying it for $93.5 if he'll sign it. You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's like I can't do anything until he signs it. So that would be kind of nice if that would come through. That would be like a nice, $75,000 profit or $70,000 profit.
Yeah, I like that. Even if you got 50, it'd be great.
Yeah, even if I got 50, I'd be.
So I'm looking at houses for myself, but let's real quick. Let's go to Greg and Lansdale. What's going on, Greg? Greg and Lansdale, are you there?
How you doing? Yes, I heard they already told Omri about the Rikers for the ground beef, and I think it's in Northeast Philadelphia. My buddy goes down there all the time, and they actually grind their own beef, plus they also smoke their own meat. If you get there at the right time, you can actually smell them smoking stuff.
What's the name of the place?
Rikers.
Yeah,
that's
exactly what he said.
Right, very cool.
And also I get the scams all the time. I always get the one from the electric company giving me 35% off my electric, and they ask for my zip code.
Right.
So I give them 90210, which is Beverly Hills.
That's
usually
funny.
Come back and say I qualify.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there was another one that was going around where they ask you for your credit card number, and they basically ask for your credit card number because they say that we're from your credit card company and we'll give you whatever it is.
I've gotten the ones where
verify your credit card, give me your number, and I'm thinking, how stupid are people that they actually give them the number?
I've seen that where it's like, I need your date of birth and your social to check if you're on the dark web.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm like, really?
Okay. What a great idea! Hey, would you like my mother's maiden name too? You know,
it's just as funny.
It's just funny, but it doesn't stop. It's non-stop calls. I don't answer my phone anymore. What I actually do now is like. My phone rings, I answer it, and I hit end, and I don't know who it is. So if somebody's calling me and they really want to talk to me, hopefully they'll call me back because I just can't stand it anymore. And, this is something that needs to be done. Something needs to be done with this.
Sure. Especially when you're on the do not call list, they call you anyway.
Oh, and what's the punishment?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm on the do not, wait, tell the guy I'm on the do not call list, right? And then ask him if they'll actually tell you, what that means to him? You know what that means to him? That means to him, hey, guy next door sitting next to me, call him again because we want to annoy him. That's what it means. I got one guy.
I believe that.
So this is what I do now. So here's a great one. I'm going to give everybody this great one. This is a great thing to do, right? When somebody calls you and they're like, the common one is, your loan has been approved. Your loan has been approved every freaking day, right?
Yeah, I'm getting that a lot.
So I'm on the phone with the guy. We have your application's been approved. I'm like, oh, that's great. So listen, I really want to do business with you. I have a problem. The problem was about 2 weeks ago I got ripped off. Somebody asked me for $500, and I don't trust anybody. Can I have your cell phone number so I can call you directly? And they'll give me the cell phone number, and then I call him and I say, now I have your cell phone number. Every time somebody calls me, I'm going to call you. And then at least I get some revenge.
You just got somebody fired for that, didn't you?
I got somebody fired, yeah. Which was kind of funny.
That's pretty good. I've also gotten where somebody come up and said, "Hi, Grandpa. You know who this is?" This
Right.
is your grandson. I don't have any kids. I've never
Oh
been
my
married.
God!
So they did
No.
that to my
Yeah.
dad. They
Oh, yeah.
did that to my dad when my dad was
Oh, yeah.
still alive. Somebody, he got an email or he got a phone call or something saying, "Hey, it's your granddaughter. I'm stuck in some other country. Can you send me money?" Blah blah blah. And my dad, he was older, and he called up my sister to say, "Hey, is so and so okay?" And she's like, "What are you talking about? I got a notification that she needed money. I wanted to make sure this was
Right,
real."
right.
At least he thought to call, but
Yeah,
some
right.
people don't think to call.
Oh yeah, I had one where you ready for this? I got a text message from Larry Steinhouse.
Really?
It said, "Hey, it's Larry Steinhouse. I'm doing a presentation, and I need to get some gift cards as a prop. Can you buy them for me and send them over here?" I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't believe
Sounds
that.
legit.
So somebody was using my name and sending it out to my phone list,
Wow.
whatever phone list they had. So everybody on my phone list probably got this,
Wow.
which was insane. Then I had another one where the guy's like, you got to pay me a gift card. You had that, Omri, and you almost did it
This
too,
was Xfinity,
right?
and it was the craziest thing in the world, because they knew I asked to disconnect, and
Right.
they called me again, and my
Right,
phone said Xfinity.
Right, exactly. It's
And
amazing.
I
know.
was so close.
I know.
I thank to Debbie.
I know.
I was so close to fall into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my girlfriend got taken that way. She's in her early 80s, so she was really upset. And
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, and I was talking to her, so she ended up buying like, I don't know, $500 gift card to Best Buy or someplace like that, and I'm like, I'll buy it off you, so that
So
because
Greg
she
is
needed that
obviously
money.
one of those callers. He has the heavy breath, you can tell,
I'm one of the ones who get them all the time.
I know, but
I
anyway,
get the ones where I went
Right.
Publishers Clearinghouse, and
Right.
last week somebody said that they got a cashier's check for $6.5 million.
There you go.
From
There you
Bank
go.
of America waiting for me.
there you go. All right,
I
listen,
said,
Greg.
yeah, I know. I'm still waiting for the two Mercedes I was supposed
Wait,
to
wait,
get
stop.
2 years ago. And the guy says,
I got to let you go because we got to end the show right now. But thanks for calling. I appreciate you being a listener. Come see us at Investor Schooling because we'll have a lot of fun here. We can talk about this some more. All right, I want to thank all the listeners for listening today. I don't know if anybody listened today because we didn't have many callers, but maybe we'll have some more callers in the second hour.
Yes.
So I want to thank all the listeners. Of course, I want to thank Dr. Deb because I want to mention her first, and I want to thank Omri, and I want to thank the
Sweet.
Glenn Page for being our producer today. I want to thank everybody online like Kimmy and all you guys. And look, if you want to learn more about investments and learn how to make more money, go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com. We'll see you Thursday night.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling.
You are clear?
All right. We have no.
Yeah,
no
I think that
sound.
guy was related to Darth Vader.
He was what?
Related to Darth Vader.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
You were gonna put a camera or a thing up here for me, remember?
I didn't do it yet.
I know. When were you gonna do that?
I know. I forgot actually.
Okay. I'm so glad that I'm so top of mind for your for all your events. I'm top of mind. I'll relax. I'm just kidding.
If we buy the office next door, we're gonna move the studio there.
Are we?
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Know what?
You will build a conference room up there because you already built a room downstairs with all the insulation.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
You
what
remember
it looks like.
how many insulation we put in the meeting room?
Yes.
Okay. That was the intention, no?
The conference room downstairs in the building is nicer.
I haven't seen the other building, so I don't know what.
I'm going to get in there Monday. And it's amazing how the real estate agent is in there.
See Joe Conklin at Parks Casino, Street Road in Ben Salem, Thursday, August 21st. Joe welcomes Ian Lara. For tickets, go to joeconklin.com.
Feel like everything's clouded by
What do you
doubt?
mean you're going to be there
Visit
Monday? You're not gonna be here Monday.
CaliforniaPsychics.com. Our psychics are available to talk 24/7, and we guarantee if it's not life-changing, it's free. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You said you're going to see it Monday, but how are you going to see it Monday? You're not
We're
here.
dedicated to serving people 50 and up like me.
I'm not
Our
here.
needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited.
30 seconds.
That data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're
Are you hearing the programming right now?
Yep.
Data needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Well, once you like freedom, visit
Bless you.
Thank you.
For a store near you, plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for
Oh, I
additional
think I got
facts.
another one coming.
Philabundance is the region's largest,
You've got whatever they've got.
serving more than 90,000 people each.
You're locked in.
Our children.
I should open a window over here. And then Omri starts coughing.
All right, here we go.
In my direction.
Statements expressed on the program are solely those of Investors Schooling. Do not reflect the opinions of WPHT or Odyssey.
WPHT, WPHT HD, WOGL HD3 Philadelphia. From the Piazza Premium Automobile Studios, powering your drive with 10 brands and 20 locations. Always live.
You're live.
The Larry Steinhouse Show.
All right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show. I am your host, Larry Steinhouse, and joining me today are my incredible co-hosts, Dr. Deb Anderson, with her sharp insights and guidance, and of course, Omri Morad, who always keeps things lively with his humor and perspective.
Ooh.
Today, we are diving into stock options, wealth-building strategies, and the latest financial news. I'll be sharing some of my recent wins in the market and breaking down actionable tips you can use and grow in your own wealth. We also tackle the latest updates in politics, the economy, current events, showing you how it all connects to your money and your financial future. As always, we're broadcasting live from the Investor Schooling headquarters, your hub for learning how to invest in real estate, stocks, and secure your financial independence. Don't forget to RSVP for our free class this Thursday night at...
That's me? I do numbers normally. I don't know.
InvestorSchooling.com.
That's
your chance to
investors.
dive deeper and take control of your financial journey. We also want to hear from you. Call us at 855-939-1137. I was just messing with you.
InvestorSchooling.com. Everything flipped today.
What's the phone number?
That's 855-939-1137.com.
No.
Only 37.
What?
Have you tried to put calm in your phone?
No, but actually, I probably should buy
855.
the URL, right?
What?
Ooh. Do it now.
The phone number?
Somebody.
I'm going to do it now before
we have
somebody
a
does
listener,
it.
yeah.
Right, and
855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. And of course, you are invited for a free, complimentary, any way you want to hear that. For Investor Schooling, you don't need to go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com and RSVP for a free class this Thursday. Learn how we became so bored that we're doing this show.
That's true, too. All right, so grab your seat, get ready for laughs, learn, and take notes, because this episode of Larry Steinhouse Show is packed with strategy, humor, and insight. Let's get started. Woo! You guys seem to be so bored that you're looking at your phone. You know, I'm gonna have a box.
We should.
At the front.
I know
of
we
this,
should. We
at
should.
This studio. Says put your phone in here.
I know we should.
We should do that for you all the time, Larry.
We should.
Well, I'm not looking at my phone. Hold on, I gotta look at my phone.
So
everywhere we go, no matter what we are doing, you are always on your phone.
I know it's very important to me to be on the phone.
I know. I'm just saying
you know
that.
Why?
Why is that?
Because that's how I could politely say that you're boring.
You know, my wife. Don't get insulted.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Yeah.
Wow. I get that you would rather be on your phone than talk to me, but I don't think I've ever heard anyone flat out tell me that I'm boring. So
No. I
great.
didn't say you were boring. I was just saying that, if I go to the phone, if I find somebody boring and I go to the phone, it makes it look like, I have a phone addiction. But really, I don't have a phone addiction. I'm just totally bored with the person I'm with.
Beep.
As I said, so you find me boring so that you are on the phone instead. So I'll remember that moving forward. So I'll remember that.
That's Larry trying to back out from what he said.
No, I said exactly the same thing twice.
Yeah.
I said exactly the same thing twice, Omri.
Yeah. Okay. I'll remember that. Okay.
That's why whenever I'm in the car with Omri, what am I always doing?
Oh my God, he's always on his phone.
That's okay. He's always on the phone when he's with me
always
too. So
on the phone.
It's not just you.
That's exactly
Clearly we're both boring, and then we shouldn't be.
We'll
have him do the show all by himself, because then he'll
when
really
you guys
have
do
fun.
the show, it's better than when I'm here.
No, I'm not. I don't think it's true.
What's that?
We're more focused.
We're more
in
focused
real estate and all that.
when he's not here.
No, I love the show when I'm like I listen to it most of the time when I'm not here.
Yeah.
I listen to you guys.
Yeah.
And my favorite part is you guys talk about me all the time.
We talk about you. We might bring you up here and there, but I don't think we talk about you. We talk about other things.
Yeah. What did we talk about last week?
I don't
2
know.
weeks ago, whatever it was.
I don't know. What are we talking
We
about?
talked about me.
So if you remember, we did
Okay,
talk.
Larry, you are the center of the universe.
Of course I am.
You are the center of the
I know
universe,
that.
and nobody else.
Don't you understand this? The name of the show is the.
Please call and save me from those
So-
people. 855-939-1137.
So Larry's going to start doing the show all by himself because he's the center of the universe.
You have no idea how,
and the show
how
is named
boring
after
that would
him.
be.
So Omri and I don't need to be here
so
anymore. So next weekend, you and I, Omri, will go do something on Saturday between 1 and 3, and Larry will do the show all by himself. And you will realize, that you are the center of the universe, and everybody only calls in to talk to you anyway. So
Hey,
it's
Glenn.
all good.
Hey, Glenn.
Is it allowed to?
Hey, Glenn.
Yeah.
Glenn,
Yeah, what's up? What's
did
up? What's
did
up?
I just really mess up? What do you think?
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
Oh, what were you doing? Playing with your phone?
I was preoccupied. I'm sorry.
With your phone, right?
I was looking at a text.
So
yeah.
but that, so he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know how funny that was.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know that that's exactly what we were talking about.
We'll keep you update of what happened in the last 5 minutes. Somebody farted in the studio and we all blame each other.
But it was Glenn.
It was Glenn.
Yeah, they can be pretty bad sometimes.
Yeah,
So it wouldn't surprise me if it reached
Even
that
the
far.
digital one, apparently. Yeah. What's going on? What are we? Who are we?
I don't know.
What's going
all
on?
I know is this show has become so
mad,
like crazy. Yes,
I know. I agree.
Why don't we talk about something financial?
So I want to talk about something because you mentioned the day that me and Debbie did this alone, and you talked about Philadelphia. Let's stay calm and not talk a lot about Philadelphia. But we discussed something. There is a moratorium in Philadelphia right now to limit the amount of security deposit that you can ask.
Right, it's a mandate, but okay, yeah.
Mandate. I'm sorry. Have you heard about that?
Yeah. So it's not. So it was almost really bad. What they did was they were going to say they were saying that if somebody comes to you and they don't have enough money for the security,
correct,
then they can make the security payment in 4 payments.
I hear 12.
No,
No,
I don't
4
think.
payments.
I think it was
but here's the
6,
thing,
I
right?
thought.
So, by the way, they did retract it, but if you have to take 2 security payments, they can make the second one in 4 payments. Now here's my thoughts on this, right? I mean, if they would have passed this, it would have been idiotic. It would have made people homeless. Because here's the deal, right? I'm a landlord, and you come to me and you say, I don't have security, the money for the security deposit. What am I going to say?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. You can't rent from me. But I have to be able to make the security deposit in 4 payments. That's great. I have a tenant over here who can make the security deposit in 1 payment. I have that right to take the tenant that I feel is a better tenant. If your score is 560 and this guy's 650 and he can make the security deposit in 1 payment, I'm taking him.
Yeah, I got you.
Right? I mean, if I want to make a deal privately with a tenant, now I personally tell people don't do this. Make sure you take all the security up front, because if they don't pay the first 2 months, then you're out all this money and things happen, right? Especially what we talked about in the other show. We talked about the fact that Philadelphia doesn't treat landlords very well.
I have a confession to make.
Yes.
I did agree, not with the tenant I mentioned before, but I did agree before for 1.5 security. And that's because I think it's not only us. I think people are facing difficult times right now. And I get that. The reason I'm not willing to go any lower than that is because I put a lot in my properties. I didn't used to.
Mm-hmm.
I used to sometimes accept stained carpets and all that. I said, this is how people treated the place before, and I was mad. And I said, I'm not replacing the carpet here. I'm not doing it anymore. Because, and I think this is something I learned from you, yes, it cost me much more money, but people appreciate the house more.
They do.
Normally they do.
Right. Every once in a while you're going to get somebody who doesn't. But most of the time they do.
Exactly. Normally they do.
And they pay their rent on time more often if the place is nice
Seriously?
when they rent it.
But now, I'm putting...
He's kicking me, and he's mad at me because he kicked me.
Why did you kick her?
I didn't kick her.
She says you kicked her.
No, she keep with the leg. She keep doing.
You know what we need to do? We need to have Judge Ed come to talk, just to settle this.
Larry, her leg is here. Okay, see where she is and where I am. Why her leg is here?
It's in the middle. It's crossed. What's the problem here?
I just want you guys to know there's about 6 feet between them, and he kicked her.
Okay.
And he's trying to say, how could I kick her if she was that far away?
Okay.
Are you guys going to make me call the principal?
Aren't you the principal?
Why don't we call Mayor Sherelle Parker?
Here, I've crossed my legs the other way, so this way my leg is not in your way.
We good. All good. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Where were you now?
I have no idea.
Since Debbie so rudely interrupted us because you kicked her?
No, I'm just saying, when you put
Why am I being attacked like the last show, this show? What is going on? Everybody's like against me
when
today.
you put 10 grand into a property and not 2 grand into a property, it's a big difference.
Sure.
And you need to make sure that there is a space, there is some wiggle room in case a tenant intentionally or unintentionally damage something. And that's the reason. Everybody wants to move into nice, shiny, new places.
Sure.
They not always can afford that because of the security, and that's the conflict.
Right. So now So what? Right. So when somebody comes in and let's say the rent is $1,500, you ask for first month, last month, and 1 month security, right?
Yes.
And I do that with every place, every apartment. Doesn't matter. Sometimes your credit score is so bad that I ask for a second security, and that second security you have to give it back to them after 12 months. If they pay the rent on time. If they pay the rent on time, you have to give it back to them after 12 months.
So I digged into that because we keep having this argument. There was, how do you call that in English when you have a case in court and now everybody followed this case?
Precedent.
Right. There was a precedent about that because the law in PA allowing you to take 2 securities.
But you have to give one back after 12 months.
After 12 months,
Right.
some say it's related to if they were paid or not. Some say it's regardless.
No, so it has to be. It's related. If they pay on time, you do.
So you can terminate the lease and sign a new lease. I don't know even if it's effective, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, sure.
The other thing is some consider the last as one of the two.
Right.
Some don't. And then there was a court case that said that the last count as security because the law say security. The problem is you can't use the last for anything that is security-wise. The last is only to pay rent.
Right, exactly.
There is nothing else that you can use it for something else.
Right. So I haven't seen this ruling. I've heard rumors of it. But to me, I'm taking the last month's rent in advance. So they paid me the last month's rent in advance. That's the way I look at it. So when they leave, they give me 60 days notice. I send them a text message, say, okay, pay for July, don't pay for August, or pay for August, don't pay for September, because you've already paid for September. A lot of times I have to remind them. And then the other thing too is I'm taking last month's rent in advance at the current price. So if they've been a tenant there for 5 years and the rent has increased $500,
so why are
I
you
don't
doing
ask them
that?
for the $500.
Why are you doing that? What's the point? Teach me once and for all, what's the point of getting the last? What's worrying you when you put a tenant right now that they won't be able to pay the last month, that you need to collect it right now?
So it's not. There's a commitment involved in being a tenant to me.
Correct.
And if they could come up with first month, last month, and 1 month security, they've made a financial commitment to me, and I feel confident that they're going to pay their rent.
Why won't you feel the same confident or even better confident in case they will pay you 2 securities instead of security and last?
So I could do that, but I have to give the second security back after 12 months.
Again,
it's not terrible. It's not terrible to have to give the second security back in 12 months. I could do that. Now, what I'm really looking for, honestly, is I'm looking for someone who can do that. It's more important to me that they can give me first month, last month, and 1 month security than the fact that they have good credit. If they could come up with the money, I believe that they're going to be a better tenant. And so far, in 43 years of doing this, that's proven correct.
So I want to give you a scenario.
Sure.
Okay? You have a tenant inside. Maybe they're there for a year. Maybe they're there for 4 years. It doesn't really matter. Okay? And come the last month, okay, and you don't hear anything. Actually, you don't hear anything since the month before because they paid the month before.
Right.
You're good. Come the month right now, and they don't hear anything.
Right.
And you want to make sure that when they leave, they actually leave in time when they say. Also, you want to make sure they're leaving you the house the way it is. The last month come to an end, you go to the house, and the house is in a very, very bad shape.
Okay.
Now, in your case, you have only one option. The last month rent, you have one security, that's it, and that's what you can use.
That's correct.
I want, in the last month of rent, to still get the rent and to still have the wiggle room of 2 months.
Well, but
at the end.
You need to understand that in Pennsylvania, if you take 2 months security after the first year, if they pay their rent on time, you have to return that that 1 month security.
So same thing with the security and last. The problem is they're
questioning. Are two different things to me.
I know, but they're questioning it in court. That's the thing.
So to me, the rent, I'm getting rent in advance.
Yes.
It's simple. Right, and that's what it is. That's why I treat it. You have to know how to compartmentalize every single thing you do when you're a landlord. There are landlords out there. I'm not going to fix their refrigerator until they pay the rent. You can't do that. That's illegal. I'm not going to fix their heat until they pay the rent. You can't do that. It's illegal. Fixing the heat is a job that you must do as a landlord. Collecting the rent is another job that you must do as a rent landlord, and neither one has anything to do with each other.
So
it's the same thing as a tenant. The tenant says, I'm not going to pay the rent until you fix the heat. Well, I'm going to fix the heat anyway, but if you don't pay the rent until you fix the heat, you're going to have a late fee, or you're going to be evicted. I don't care which, but the heat will be fixed because you just told me about it. Give me 24 hours to work on it, and I'll do what I can to get it done. But if you don't pay your rent today, tomorrow's the late fee if it's the 5th or the 6th.
Give me your list of the thing that you will fix in a house even if a tenant don't pay.
I don't understand the question. You still
I'd
have
rather
to
give
fix
you the
it.
list that I won't fix.
Okay.
You want to give you a list that I won't fix?
Sure.
The washer and dryer.
Okay.
That's it.
Will you go to replace a kitchen knob for a tenant that is not paying?
So I would ask them what happened to the kitchen knob.
Yeah, I get it.
Right? You're talking about something completely different. If the kitchen knob broke off, I would say send me a picture of it. And most of the time, what it is? Most of the time, the screw unscrews.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the picture, right? But if I see that the door's broken, I'm going to say, hey, what happened to the door? And they're going to say, well, my kid was playing and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to say, okay, just understand, I'm going to send a repairman out there, and whatever it costs, you're paying for. Or you can hire somebody yourself. I don't care. Okay, but if the thing unscrewed, I'm going to try to help them to screw it back in. If they can't do it, then I'm going to send somebody out there and they're going to screw it back in, and that's life.
To me, when a tenant doesn't pay, and normally it's more than 1 month if something like that happen, structure, heat, hot water, running water, plumbing, full stop. Everything else, I ignore. And maybe
I'm going to ignore a knob on a door anyway for a little while. I'm going to try to see if they can fix themselves or whatever. But you just said, you basically just said the same thing I did. What else goes wrong with a house?
Ooh.
Tell me what goes wrong with a house besides the list of things you just said.
So I have a tenant that actually I'm surprised. She's my tenant for almost
The toilet doesn't flush, right?
5 years now.
Are you
No.
gonna call a plumber if the toilet doesn't flush?
So she's a bit. She's through an organization and she's a bit mentally.
I got you.
Yeah,
mentally challenged.
Mentally challenged. Let's say that.
Okay.
She's a very nice lady, but sometimes it's very hard to communicate with her. She refused to fill up the form for the organization because I didn't fix her screens.
Well, that's great. Just say, no problem. You don't get. I would send her a text message. If we don't get paid next month, you will be evicted.
I communicated with the organization. They are very nice. They understand. They're working with people that are mentally challenged and all that. And I said, listen, this specific screen was fixed twice. And I didn't say anything. I sent my handyman. He put new screen. Everything was fine. All good. This is the third time. The same screen. Why? What's going on? Is the kids pushing it? What's going on? It's unacceptable. So if she don't want to pay for that, that's fine. But I'm not willing to keep sending somebody to fix a screen.
All right. Well, but you said that the woman's not going to fill out the paper until you fix the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, those two are not connected.
Yeah.
In my mind, they're not connected. I mean, if the woman says to me, I told you to
I
fix
got
the
you.
heat 5 times, and it's now 15 days into the month, and you haven't fixed the heat yet, I'm going to hold my rent back.
That's something else.
That's very different.
Yes, very, very different.
Right?
You're correct.
If she called you on the 1st, they say the heat doesn't work, and on the 2nd, you send somebody out there, and on the 3rd, they order parts, and on the 5th, they did it, blah, 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 blah.
You are 100%
And by the 7th,
right.
it was fixed. Look, I did everything I possibly could to get this done. I'm sorry your rent is late.
This was reversed.
But if I ignored her,
Yeah, you're right.
if I ignored them and didn't do that, that's one thing. Debbie must be bored.
She could be bored.
It's just, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you could chime in any time, Deb, if you're bored.
Okay.
Would
Usually
you
when I
like-
chime in, I get cut down. So I'm just
get
gonna
cut down?
Yeah, I try to make some statement, and either I can't get it through because Omri interrupts me or you interrupt me.
You're
so
not
I'm
allowed-
just going with that, and I'll just.
I'm going
I'm
with
just-
Omri interrupting because he just did. So go ahead.
Okay, so I will just go on my phone and look at whatever I have going on in there.
Okay,
so that's
come on,
fine.
come on.
No, that's fine. You guys can
Say-
continue your conversation, and it's fine.
How much time do you
everything
need?
I do with my landlording apparently is wrong anyway, so I'm just going to go with that also.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, because every time I don't know if it's good or bad. At this point, when somebody texts me, I'm like, Larry, how do I respond? Because now I'm scared to respond, because if I don't respond the right way,
Because you
Larry's
respond
like,
emotionally.
I don't respond emotionally.
You do too.
I do not respond emotionally.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Larry, I respond emotionally. So now I'm either too stupid to answer a text. So I'm like, well, how do I respond to this? And then you get annoyed that I ask you how to respond. And then if I don't
But I
respond,
don't get annoyed because you asked me. I get annoyed because you should know.
if I respond the way I want to respond, then you yell at me for it.
Okay.
So I either can ask you,
right,
so you
let's-
get annoyed at
let's
me,
go at it.
or I
Yeah,
cannot
example.
ask you, and then you still get annoyed at
Let's
me.
go at
So
it.
either
You
either
keep,
way,
you
I'm
keep
done.
looking at your
Let's
phone. Do you
go
have
at
an
it.
example?
It doesn't matter.
Please.
I told you I had a problem with one place where they had flies, so I had somebody go out, and I had to replace a washer this morning. So I replaced the washer. It'll be coming out next week.
Well, flies. Tell me about that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. They kept saying that they had flies in the kitchen, and I'm like, I'll send somebody out. So I
To
sent
do
somebody
what?
To see where they're coming from, and it turned out
Flies?
that there was a dead rat or something in the basement. So they must have been. I'm like,
Dead
so-
rat and flies are two completely
No,
different
but the
things.
Flies came from the dead rat because the flies were eating a dead rat, and that could be, that's unusual though.
I got you, but is there a dead rat, or are they assuming there is a dead rat?
No, the guy who came out to service it said there was a dead rat, and that's where the flies are coming from. So
So that was a really unusual
situation. Yeah.
The fact that it's funny because I would have not sent a guy out, but the fact that you did and he found that is really unusual. I would have said to the person, if you have flies, I don't know, you could put up the fly paper, or maybe close the door more often, but that's unusual.
So I shouldn't call somebody out if they're having some kind of pest issue?
It depends. No, pest. So it depends on your
It's just
lease.
unusual.
My lease say that pest control are always the tenant's responsibility.
Correct.
So okay, so
we wait before the tenant moves in. The house is being treated. Before we start renovating, we always bomb the house, we spray the house, and then we need to do whatever we need to do. We bring the pest control. Sometimes they put those, those blue dots next to the outlets that
I
they
don't even know
put
about that,
right
no.
now.
No.
Because they get withdrawn for the heat from the GFCI outlets and all that. So they put all kind of stuff. I prevent everything from my side. When the tenant moves in, it become dim. Because you got a house with no pest problem, now you moved in, what's the problem?
No, but okay, so Debbie's question, though, that when you interrupt her, which she simply said to you, don't interrupt her, and you did it anyway. She wanted to know if you should have called for pest control for flies. Now, I've never had anybody ask me that before. Like, I've never had anybody say there are flies. So my first reaction would have been, well, they're flies. Kill them and keep your screen doors closed. That would have been my first reaction. So when you actually said that you sent somebody and they actually found something, that surprised me even more.
Yeah.
So that's the second time that happened, because I had a place in Philly, and I had just rented it out, and they said that there's larvae, that the ceiling in the bathroom is all stuff is coming through, and there was larvae coming through, and I'm like, and I sent somebody out, and there was a dead possum got in there somehow and was decaying.
So this has happened to you twice.
This has happened to me more than once.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so then I guess you had experience with it, and that's why you called them. But that's just so bizarre. So bizarre. But okay. You obviously did the right thing. You actually did the better thing than I would have done. So you obviously did the right thing in this case. What?
Nothing. Like part. I don't know if I want to even tell you this. Like part of the reason is with this tenant. I've had a lot of issues with this tenant, and they're supposed to be leaving at the end of the month. Right. And at this point, I just want them to leave, and I just don't. I agree. Want to keep the peace, and I don't want to make things worse. I just want them to get out, be done. That? This isn't DuPont. This is the hardest one I have to rent out. This one. And, I'm not excited about them leaving, but I just can't wait for them to leave. Because the guy has mental issues. He is very stressed out. And somebody broke into his car and broke the window. Somehow that's my fault. And I'm like, I'm really sorry to hear that. Then he lost his job. And I'm like, I'm sorry to hear that, know. And it's just like one thing after another. And what's interesting is I have his sister renting from me in Monroe, and she's a dream. An absolute dream. Isn't that funny? She's like, hey, I had trouble with this. Can you help me? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll take care of this right away. And she's like, thanks so much for helping me out. And I don't really hear from her unless there's some kind of weird stuff going on. She was the one who I had trouble with the noise. Remember, I had trouble with the noise. Yeah. So it was her. And I'm like, you have a problem? Call the police. I don't know what else to tell you. Sure. Have a conversation, blah, blah, blah. But her brother is mentally unstable. So I just can't wait for him to leave because at this point I just want them out of the place so I can just rent it out to somebody normal.
I've done this several times where I've wanted somebody to just leave.
Yeah, I just want them to leave. Yeah. So at this point I want them to leave. So they're the ones who are leaving early, and I just want them gone at this point. So I'm supposed to pick up the keys by the end of the month, and I just don't want to. And he always writes me these these nasty things that I'm like, I don't even know where we're coming from here, what's going on, just tell me what the issue is and I'm happy to resolve it for you, so he's just a difficult tenant. I just at this point I want him to leave. So if they're having trouble with flies, let me just call some guy out that I have out there all the time. Just go and take a look, because
that's interesting. So next time I have a problem with flies, I'm going to think about what you said, because I've never had I get flies in my house. You get flies in your house too, right?
Yeah, I have one flying around now. That's making me nuts.
Right, exactly, and that's what I think about when I.
So it doesn't seem like it was one fly. It seemed like there was a bunch of flies flying around in the kitchen.
Right, and that's interesting because I would have never thought of it. Now I'll think about it. So I'm really glad you told me that. See, I just learned something from you.
How often does that happen, right?
Stop.
Yeah. So no, it was just. This is the same place that had the water. They had to do the emergency water shut off because we thought the basement was full of water.
Yeah,
right.
This is the same place.
Right. Okay.
So
all right. Omri, why don't you give the phone number before we go to commercial?
What phone number?
The one that people call in and talk to us.
That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. You can also email us at 855-939-1137. You won't get it, but try. 855-939-1137.
All right, we're going to go take a break so I can look at my phone because everybody else gets to look at their phone and I don't.
Yes, do it.
Hey, this is Larry.
Clear.
How many times are you going to listen to my voice before you finally go to investorschooling.com? I can't believe you haven't signed up for a class yet. You're going to learn real estate investing. You're going to learn stock options trading. You're going to learn things about money that you didn't even know existed. Go to investorschooling.com right now.
What are you doing?
Oh my goodness. This Thursday, investorschooling.com, and take that free class. See you there.
Larry moaning.
Hey, this is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Did you know that there are a lot of altruistic reasons that you should become a real estate investor?
No,
that's right. You get to rent houses to really nice people.
It's this commercial that you do.
When there's housing shortage and you have a house for them, they're so happy. I've actually gotten hugs from tenants. So come to investorschooling.com and you will learn how to be a landlord the right way. That's right. We have a complimentary class this Thursday night, and this way you can get hugs from your tenants too. Go to investorschooling.com. We'll see you Thursday night at 7 o'clock.
I had somebody tell me that I was the best landlord ever.
I buy houses from people that may be a tired landlord, maybe somebody who's having trouble selling their house, or maybe someone who needs to sell their house quickly. Well, all you need to do is call 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. And I promise to answer the phone and help you with your situation. That's right, your house may be cluttered. It may be a house that a relative left you, or it may just be a house you just want to get rid of. 855-939-1137. Hey, this is Larry.
All right, Larry. So I'll put it in the message window, but your hard out will be 5920.
Okay,
5920 is your hard
Sure.
out.
Let's see if I can
Tenants.
adapt.
I'm going to teach you a way that you don't have to deal with toilets trash.
I don't know. Could be tough. 10 seconds earlier.
Time. You want to...
So we got one more 30, and then we'll come back, unless you want a little more.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
And take a cup.
Okay.
And I promise you, no toilets, no trash, no tenants.
So do you see how you're
This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Did you know that you can leverage
Do you see this how you're
to make a lot of money? That's right.
all the way
Stop
on
it,
my
children.
side.
Teach called stock
I have a food
options, and
fetish.
you
I'm gonna
can
put you both in the
Do it
corner.
on air. Do it on air.
using stock options.
We
Yeah,
can't
you
do
gotta
it
learn
on
how to
the
do
air.
it.
There are
So go to
cameras.
investorschooling.com
Do it on air. All right, we're coming back.
Wait, what do you mean do it on the air?
this Thursday, and I'm going to teach you that and more. investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com. We'll see you there. This program is paid for by Investor Schooling.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the welcome to the Larry Steinhouse Gets Interrupted by Omri show. Oh, man.
We need to do this music all the time.
I know, it's great music.
This is the best music we ever had.
You like that music?
Very much. Can you do it again, Glenn?
So you guys who are listening,
Investor
you can't
Schooling,
see
Investor
Omri is
Schooling.
dancing.
He's dancing.
He's dancing in his chair. That's
He's
pretty cool.
slouched over where
All
his
right,
butt is like almost to the edge of the seat, and
This
he's
show has gotten so out of control.
and he's
So out of
dancing.
control.
All right.
So let's do something we have never done before.
Yeah, what's that?
Actually, we'll come back from a commercial and say, "Welcome to the Larry Steinhouse Show." Welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show.
We haven't done it?
I don't know.
Do it.
Been a while.
Okay.
Let Debbie talk for a while. Could that be another one that we haven't done in a while?
That's something you don't do very often.
Yeah. You know, Debbie's gonna walk off the show because
You know, it's funny because I think there was like a couple weeks ago, you guys were kind of going at it, and I was just thinking in my head, why am I here? And I was like this close to just getting up and walking out and just going home.
Do you agree?
No, I'm serious. I'm
Why
dead
don't
serious.
you talk to her? She's complaining. She's talking to you. She's expressing her
That's
feelings,
fine. It doesn't
and you
matter.
want to change the topic.
I'm not. Do you agree that when it's only you and me, you talk much more than I do?
No, I think we talk just equally. or
No, we don't talk equally.
Yeah, we do.
No,
Okay.
it's not
You're
true.
right, Omri.
When it's only
You're
you
right.
and me, you talk more.
You know why Omri's so irritating? Because he doesn't understand that when Debbie's upset, he doesn't understand that you need to make her feel better now. Make her feel better. If you guys are on camera, you guys can see them. He's giving her a hug, and well, I gotta tell you something. Right, the expression on Omri's face, that's a lot more than a hug. So I'm watching his hands moving up and down her back, and and Debbie's laughing and saying, "Bigger circles, and and with that, Omri ran away.
No, you are many things. I'm not sure if you are a mind reader, but I just
But Debbie feels much better now. See, Omri, isn't that better than insulting her and trying to counter what she said?
I never insult anybody. I am the way
You
I
insult
am.
people all the time, but you don't know you're insulting them.
You know what's going on right now?
What's going on right now?
It's like Joe Biden come to me and said that I'm a bad president.
What?
You insult people all the time and you don't get it.
No, I insult people all the time intentionally.
But you don't get that you insult them many times.
No, he does.
No, I do.
No, he don't.
Yeah, I
He
do.
gets that he does it. He does get it.
You don't
He does it.
understand. I absolutely, with intention, say the way I say everything all the time.
Okay, because you're direct or because you try to go into their heart?
Both.
Okay. So I say what I mean. I am who I am, and of course I came from you can say culture that people are more
Aggressive? Yeah, you guys are more aggressive.
Brash, you say?
Aggressive.
Yeah,
It's not aggressive.
Brash.
Okay.
Brash.
He's right.
And you say things.
brash,
And you
yeah.
say things that are off your mind. I mean,
No, but
that's
understand
part of
that's
that.
okay doing that because I do that. But you also have to know that at the moment, Debbie was upset, and she was upset, and she was saying to you, she was expressing the fact that she almost walked off the show 2 weeks ago because you kept interrupting her, and then you interrupted her while she was saying it.
Look at that look you give me. I'm just saying that it happened. There's a couple times where I just want to get up and walk out. You know?
I understand, and that's why Omri got you just have to just accept what she said, and and try to help her with it, right? I mean, you gave her a hug. That was great. I love it. All right. We have Eric wants to talk about flies. So the Lord of the Flies is on. What's up, Lord of the Flies?
It's the weirdest show ever. Weirdest show.
It is.
It's hard to describe understand from your description of the flies. Are they regular flies or are they drain flies?
No, they weren't drain flies. They were big
How
black.
do you know what a drain fly is? What's a drain fly?
A drain fly is something that breeds in the pipes and creates swarms of it that you come down in the morning and you find 5 or 6 flies running around. You don't see big scores of them. You see maybe 2, 3, 4 in a day.
I don't know, man. They're flies.
And
they got
drive
wings.
you
They buzz around. They annoy me, and I swat at them. Right?
Drain
Isn't that
flies
what you
are
do,
smaller.
Deb?
The drain flies are smaller.
They were big. From what they were telling me, that there were some that were always dead on the counter. And when I was there, I saw some dead in the window that I cleaned up. And then they said that they're big black ones, that they were always in the kitchen and they were always swarming around. And there were some that were dead there every morning, even though they cleaned them up. So that told me that it wasn't just a generic fly that got into the house.
Yeah. So she told you before, Eric. She told you that it came from a dead rat.
There was a dead rat in the basement somewhere. And the reason I even questioned it is because I got a call from the township because they thought that my place. Remember, this is the place where the lady kind of disappeared, like the other lady, and then they had rats in the town, and they thought they were coming from my place. And I made sure that nothing was coming from my place, and it turned out the rats were coming from the Chinese place that's across the way.
The Chinese place.
Yeah, Chinese place across the way.
They didn't cook enough of them, huh?
I guess not. So, but I remember having somebody go out there just to make sure that there was no way for them to get into my place. So I knew that. So something must have happened, and a spare, got in, which is why I wanted to look into that.
This is such a weird show.
But
We're talking about
big
flies.
Regular flies then.
They were flies. Who cares?
I mean, who at this point? Yeah, but they were in the kitchen. If they were in the bathroom, then I probably would have thought that there was something else going on. But if it was in the kitchen, it just didn't make sense.
I had it in my kitchen too.
You have them in your
I
kitchen?
had it in my kitchen primarily.
Yeah, but it wasn't a drain that was right there. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't a drain right there, so it didn't make sense for
They
it
don't
to be
have
drained.
to have a drain right there.
Oh
They
my
do the
goodness!
thing
Why
called
am I
flying.
fighting with you on this?
Welcome to the Lord of the Flies show.
Eric is very belligerent about the fly.
I know.
I'm just
really.
saying.
It's
I'm
like,
like,
He knows a lot.
I'm telling you.
Hey, Eric, you want to come
I'm
to
not
investors?
belligerent.
You want to come to investor schooling, and we can teach you how to buy more flies?
I'm just saying that I told you what I saw or what I heard, and then you're just not listening to what I heard. You know what I mean? So you're just kind of coming up with your own.
So, Eric, I have a question for you, Eric. Are you an exterminator?
No.
So how do you know so much about flies?
But I've dealt with the problem.
How do
I
you know?
just dealt with the problem a couple times.
Okay, in your own house?
Yeah.
Is your house clean?
Yes.
Well, don't invite me over for dinner if you have flies.
Honestly. Oh, no, I'm not inviting anybody if I have flies. But I got rid of them.
All right.
They were being married out of a garbage disposal.
Okay, all right, I get it.
Being
All right.
propagated out of a garbage disposal.
I get it. All right, man. We appreciate the call. Debbie's
right,
still
later
upset.
on.
We got to get back to Debbie being upset.
Oh my Lord, with you, I'm fine. I'm
right.
fine. Never trust a woman who says she's fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Leave me alone.
I never trust a woman who says she's fine. You're right. And the woman just said it.
Well, just because you always say that to me whenever I say I'm fine, because you don't hear me.
Are you fine?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
All right.
You want to talk about something else?
Sure, let's change the subject.
You want to talk about cover calls?
So, interestingly enough, was it last week? My daughter came over with her boyfriend.
Right.
And
is this the boyfriend you like or the boyfriend you don't like?
Well, the boyfriend I don't like, he is scared to come to the house.
Okay.
And he parked down the street because he's scared to even come near my husband, which is pretty interesting.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty funny, actually. And no, so it's the one I like. He's a nice guy. And anyway, so it was her and her...
just for you guys know, she has 2 daughters, not one daughter with 2 boyfriends.
Yes, I have 2 daughters with 2 different boyfriends. Well, they have the boyfriends. I don't have the boyfriends. But so she was over with her boyfriend, and I don't even know how we got talking about it, but somehow we got onto covered calls.
Really?
Yeah, because that's what it was. I think... So he finally believed that I was on the radio because he didn't believe that I was on the radio because he thought it was a podcast. And I'm like, no, it's actually the radio. And then, you know what I mean? Like it took a while. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at what Glenn posted on the YouTube channel. He wrote Time Flies, which I thought was really funny. Okay. I'm sorry. I just giggled and I know I interrupted your story, but I'll let you get back to it.
That's all right. Do you want to talk about Time Flies?
No.
Okay. So anyway, his mom, I think, does some stuff with the stock market. And I mentioned something about covered calls. I said that I started doing covered calls and I'm making some money at it. And he's like, what do you do? And I'm like, it's not something I can explain to you in 5 minutes. You know, you should. And I said something about coming to the school. I'm like, you know, you have a way in because it's me and you can get in and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, what do you make? Like $600? And I'm like, no, I make a lot more than that. And then I pulled up my Charles Schwab account and like this month I'll be collecting like $8,800. And he's looking at me like, no. I'm like, yeah, you know, and I pull out my computer. I'm like, you see this number? This is what I'm getting.
Right.
You know, and he was just surprised. So anyway, my daughter yesterday, she reaches out to me and she's like, what was that thing you said you were doing with the stock market? She's like, was it covered calls? I said, yes. She's like, oh, because I was talking to so-and-so's mom and she wants to know how to do it. I said, tell her to come in on Thursday night for a class. Right, that's exactly what I said. I'm like, come in Thursday night for a class. So I just kind of thought it was funny that, you know, so my daughter, who knows nothing about the stock market, is telling other people about some of the things I'm doing.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like people don't understand how well, you know, once you learn it, it takes a little while to learn it. Yeah. Once you learn it, it's just an incredible machine. I mean, you know, the test machine that we have right now. So I put $50,000 into account January 1st, and the first month I withdrew $4,675. In February, I had $48,000 left in that account, and I withdrew $3,900. The next month, $47,000. I withdrew $4,500. It was back up to $50,000, and I withdrew $5,600. Then I was up to $53,000. I withdrew $4,800. Then it was up to $55,000. I withdrew $4,400. Then it was up to $55,000 again, and I withdrew $4,900. And then last month it was down to $50,000. I withdrew $38,4190. And of course, that's a grand total of $36,906.38, or 73% profit in 7 months, and I still have over $50,000. And people don't understand that this can be done. In fact, my fund, I have a fund. So if you're an accredited investor, you could actually invest in my fund. You have to get the private placement memorandum. So if you wanted to invest in my fund, you can, and I split it with you. So if you put $100,000 in, and together we made, for example, $9,500. You get half of that. I do all the work. You get half of that. So it's kind of a neat little thing, and we teach this too. We have people who actually come to investor schooling to learn this. So the exact method that I'm trading millions of dollars in this fund of other people's money, making them tons of money. The exact method that I'm trading this money with is what I'm teaching you how to do. So if you come to investor schooling, you will learn how to do this. And it amazes me how many people come in, and the first thing they're like, you know, I heard you talking about this covered call things on the radio. I looked it up on YouTube, and the numbers you're getting don't make any sense according to YouTube. So the first thing you do is stop going to YouTube, because the only people on YouTube are people who are, number one, they tried the stock market for 3 months and go, let me tell you how brilliant I am. Or they're professionals wanting to sell you a course, and they teach you everything except the things you need to know. Yeah. Right? So you need to understand that what I'm going to show you is real. It really works. I'll pull out my statements anytime. We had one student, remember? We had one student.
I was away that week. I was away that time.
One student asked me, okay, prove it. She goes, prove it. I pulled out the statements and I showed her the exact numbers that I've been pulling out. You know, now I did this with 50,000. The reason I did it with 50,000 is because it's accessible to most people. Most people can relate to 50,000. I'm doing this with over $2 million. And I'm, this month I'll be making somewhere near $117,000 for 5 minutes work a month.
Wow.
And this is right. This is my severe tax problem next year. So understand, if you come in, you're going to learn how to do it. So there's a bunch of choices. One, I could teach you how to do it. The other one is I could do it with you. And the other one is I could do it for you. So there's all kinds of choices. When you come to investor school, you can learn about those choices and learn how to do it. Now, you do, and it makes me laugh because we're getting, if you learn how to do it, you're getting between 8 and 9% a month. Actually, I should really say between 7 and 9% a month is what you're making on your money. And then you got these guys selling annuities. First of all, the annuity is the worst product on the planet anyway, but they're bragging about how they're giving you 4% a year on your money. And I'm teaching you how to do 7 to 9% on your money a month. Yeah. And then you got the guy going, yeah, you should put your money in an annuity so you can get an income. Like, so $1 million, think about this, right? $1 million, you had $1 million, you put it in an annuity, and you got 4%, how much is that? I'll do the math for you. It's $40,000.
Yeah.
Right? If you put $1 million in here, and you got 9% a month, you know how much that is?
You make more than that in a month.
It's almost $1 million in the year. Now, there's a little more risk than there is with an annuity. I have to admit that, and you'll have to learn the risks. But I'm going to tell you right now, this blows away any annuity. And the interesting part about this is theoretically, and we proved it theoretically, you could draw off this account forever. You may not be able to draw as high a number forever, but you'll be able to draw off this account forever. So this is the way to go. This is the absolute way to go. You're going to make so much money doing this that you're not going to believe it. I mean, we got people coming in. They come in with $100,000. They come in with $100,000, and they're making $8,000-9,000 a month. I know you. And the funny part is, you still haven't done it yet.
No.
Debbie's doing it. And what'd you pull last month?
Last month was around
10,000, right?
Last month.
So can you use an extra $10,000, Omri?
You have no idea right now.
So why aren't you doing this? I've been telling you for months to do this.
You will sit with me on the plane, and you will explain to me
on the plane tomorrow
the idea of the price to sell the option, which is the thing that's blocking my mind.
It's not an option.
Because you don't understand. You're thinking too hard. You're not paying attention to class. You want to talk about not paying attention to class, right? Omri runs the technical side of investor schooling. So when you come in, we have a lot of technical stuff. We do a Zoom and everything, right? But Omri's in the back.
I'm not doing that good too now.
Omri's in the back, and he's on his phone or he's on his computer, and it's funny because like when things break, Omri, it broke. Oh wait. So he's not really not paying attention to what he's supposed to be doing. He's not even paying attention to classes. So because he's not paying attention to classes, he hasn't learned this yet. And instead of he has 100% access to me all the time.
I
what I thought was really interesting. I'm going to cut you off just for the hell of it. But you know what I thought was great was that when you were doing at the end of the night on Thursday, and I forget what stock you were looking at, Brian was in the back of the room taking notes.
Right.
And I think at that moment when I saw him doing that, I realized why he's helping you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, like, because I'm thinking, I don't know it anywhere near as well as the two of you. Like, I don't even pretend like I do. But
he doesn't know more than me.
Well,
he has the potential to know more than me.
No. But what I'm saying is that, like, I don't know as much as the two of you guys know. Like, I can get by, but I'm not anywhere near to that level. And I get that, But just watching him, because you could see the wheels turning.
Right.
And he's really analyzing it to figure out what, so it's just cool to watch him do that.
Right.
Because he's just so...
So Debbie's talking about Brian, who works at Investor Schooling, and he also works with me as my assistant fund manager for the stock options trading that we do inside the fund.
Yeah.
So it was funny. It was like, Debbie, like when I made him assistant fund manager, Debbie was questioning whether that, she knew he was smart, but she's just saying that what she saw him doing this week when we had a class, analyzing the stock to a different extent that we were analyzing it. That's when she goes, oh, that's what a light bulb moment was for Debbie.
That's when I realized
why I hired him as a
his
fund manager.
attention to details is insane. Yeah.
Yeah, he really. I think he would do very, very well in that position. So.
I mean, even my fund has been giving, because you can figure half, right? So if you figure that, like last month, the funny part is this is the worst month we had so far. because it was a short month. I only made 7.65% for the month.
Yeah, this is the lowest I've gotten too, and
It's
I was
because
kind
it's
of
a short month, and,
yeah,
and you'll see next month is a long month. You're gonna get more. You're gonna get a lot more.
Yeah.
So 7.6%, right? So hold on a second, Omri, right?
Sure.
So 7.6. That's the worst month I've had so far. It's 7.6%, right? And if you're in the fund, you get half of that, right? So you get 3.5% for the month. For the month, that's the point. The point is, like, if you don't want to do it, you don't want to learn, no problem. Put your money in a fund. But again, you got to be an accredited investor. It's by PPM only. You have to read the disclosure. There are risks. I have to say that, and past performance is no indicator of future return. Whatever the lawyers make me say.
They get a return based on the amount that they put in, right? Is that what it is?
So right, it's
so if they have two shares, it's based on shares, right?
Based
so
on shares,
if you get 2 shares, you get
right.
Twice, and if you get 1 share, you get half of that, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And the distribution is monthly or yearly?
Monthly,
and
they have to take the distribution too. They can't let it sit in the account.
I got it. Yeah.
That's funny because like people are like, well, can I just accumulate? No,
we
you
tested
You got to take the distribution. So you have. So it's like so if you had 100,000 in here and you had to take you had to take $4,600.
So
it's like I have to force you to take it. It's like, I just wanted to sit in there. No, you have to take it.
I have a question for you about covered calls.
Sure.
And I tell you what blocked my mind. Because when you buy the stock and you sell the option, I'm talking about the covered calls alone right now, you need to set up the price.
Yeah.
And you always buy outside the price. I'm sorry, the option is always outside the price.
When you say outside the price, what do you mean?
You know what? When I said outside the price, you explain.
Well, why would I explain it? Because you're using all the wrong words. You've been sitting in my class now for 3 years.
Okay, so here's a question.
This is the thing that troubled me the most. I understand why you want that they will take the stock. The option buyers will buy the stock because you make more money.
Right.
I understand all that. The only thing I don't get, and that's the thing that blocked me the most, is how do you set up the correct price without risking it too much, okay? And without being in a position that you will actually lose the money.
So you
lose the money for when you lose the stock.
You can't lose the money when you lose the stock. If they took the stock, you made money. So if they don't take the stock, it's the only time you can lose money.
Or you're at zero. You always make sure that when you sell the option, it's in a price that will cover the option cost.
So he's selling
correct?
the call, right? I think I'm getting myself.
Selling a call, yeah. But I'm not sure what.
Are you? Could you talk about an option or the call?
You will explain to me how do you set the price of the option when you sell the option.
So the price is based on market value.
Okay.
So there's the Chicago Board of Options sets the value, and then the value is based on whether people are going to buy them, pay that much, or not pay that much.
Exactly.
So
but in your
set the price.
In your rules for covered call test, you do have for the covered calls, you do have a rule of how to set up the price for when you sell the option. I bought the stock. I want to sell you an option to buy my stock. In what price?
So I'm not concerned with the price. What I'm concerned with is that they're out of the money options.
Out of the money.
That's all I care about.
So here's my question. So you always say one out of the money, but you earlier used to say it was 50 cents to $1 over.
It depends on what stock it is.
No, it depends on the price.
So sometimes, like if you have a $9 stock, you're probably going to be 50 cents to $1 out of the money.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
If you have a $9 stock,
yeah,
they're probably going to be 50 cents to $1 increments, like 50 cents increments.
Okay.
If you have a $200 stock, that might be $5 increments.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right. Okay.
So what I probably was talking about was a stock that had a 50-cent increment at the time. That's all.
Okay, because I usually go 50 cents to $1 over what the stock is.
Yeah, it's fine. That's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have low price stocks.
Yes.
Start dealing with stocks at $200, and you'll see that they run in $5 increments.
Okay, yeah.
Or $2.50 increments, depending on whatever.
So if you buy a stock for $9, okay, you will sell an option to buy a 10.
Or $9.50. Yeah.
Or $9.50.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's how I do it. It's like it's so there's more to it than this, but
I know.
But it's pretty much what you're just saying is pretty much true. Now you need to understand how it works. You need to understand that the risk is in the stock. You need to know what stocks to buy, because if you buy the wrong stocks, you will lose money. You'll lose a lot of money if you buy the wrong stocks.
Okay.
So that's why you got to be really careful how you do it. The stocks that they pass a certain test, which is a very simple test. And you know what the very first part of the test is?
Looking at the graph.
No.
So?
Will this company be out of business next month? That's the first question, right? So think about it, right? So if you're using, for example, if you're using AAL, American Airlines, is American Airlines going to be out of business next month?
I don't believe so.
No, so that's a possible stock that I would use because I know they're not going to be out of business next month. That's all. You know, if you take a stock like Snap, could Snap be out of business next month?
I'm not sure what Snap are.
There you go.
Snapchat.
That's enough. That's enough to make me say I would never use Snap.
What is Snap?
Snap is
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Like Snapchat on the phone. The kids use that.
He doesn't even know what it is, so that's another reason why.
The faces?
Right? What?
The faces?
It's like chat, but for kids. The kids use that.
It's a dopey app that I never understood why anybody used it in the first place.
That you get ears and...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have it built in right now in many other apps, so I'm not sure.
I know,
so
I don't
Snapchat
understand.
is its own app.
I don't understand why Snap. I don't even understand how Snap even whatever. But anyway, all right. Look, so if you want to learn how to do this, go to investorschooling.com. We will teach you how to do it. We will either teach you how to do it, we will do it with you, or we will do it for you. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want, just come to Investor Schooling and come and learn. And you can go to investorschooling.com and you could sign up for a class. You could come in person on Thursday night, or you could go online. If you're local, we prefer if you come in person because it's a much more fun experience. And I'd love to, shake your hand, or if I insult you, give you a hug.
Do you give hugs to students?
No, students give me hugs, especially when they make a lot of money. Right?
That's when they do the whole googly eye thing,
Right.
and some of them just really like them anyway without the whole hug thing. There's a handful of them too. That's always fun.
They give me the googly eye things?
No,
What?
you do the googly eye, I think she meant.
What?
There's always a handful of women who have like a crush on you at the school.
I know. You know why?
Why is that?
Because I'm on the radio.
Oh, okay.
Right. But they really have a crush on Omri, and Omri sits in the back. They can't see him.
There you go.
Because Omri has that voice.
Nobody has a crush on me. Move on. Can we move on? Can we move on?
Wait, do I have that button? I don't even know. I don't have the button anymore.
I think that's the idea, because I'm trying to figure this out. Why at the point that I will buy a stock, and I will just need to start doing it, and I will figure it out.
Listen, put $100,000 in an account immediately.
Start with 50,
and I will help
Omri.
you with it, and you will do it, and then you'll talk about your results. Okay?
Have you finished your application this morning?
I finished it yesterday.
Ah, okay. You're awesome.
Yeah, I didn't finish it. I filled it out, signed it, and said fill in whatever else you need to fill in.
Okay, I got you.
Because I don't even know what the questions they were asking. I hate applications. It drives me crazy.
I know.
It just drives me nuts.
I know.
All right. So covered calls is something we teach, and actually stock options is what we teach. Covered calls is one method of covered calls, which is a lower risk way of making money. With calls, you could actually make a lot more money, but there's higher risk. All right, I want to thank everybody because there's so many cool people out there listening right now, and you can go to investorschooling.com. By the way, if you want to, you can get a free copy of my book by texting the word HACKS, H-A-C-K-S, to 26786. That's 26786. Text the word HACKS. I want to thank you all for listening. I want to thank the lovely Dr. Deb for being here. I want to thank the interrupting Omri for being here as well. And the
Sweet
Glenn Page for being our producer. We'll see you on Thursday.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling. All opinions or statements expressed